time to join the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. Today's a powerful day, a day that we finally move the breeze to its containment tube on the train platform. And if things go awry, boom, we go muscles out. We go muscles out. We take this breeze down if we have to. That's right. We go full muscle. That's right. Big ol' abs ready to roll. Yeah, I know that this is nothing. This is like you could snap that arm with very little effort. But those big abs ready to roll. But we put our suit back on. We got to be modest. Okay. We don't want any of the hermits to be, a little jealous of how large my abs are. Let's pop over to the zombie exhibit real quick and continue to help me figure out how these zombies are dying. We currently have... Did you fall in a hole? What's over here? How did you just disappear on me? Oh, it's just a half... Oh, that's actually a hole right there. Okay, but that's not a hole that they could die in. So... What's going on here? We started with 7. Now we have magma blocks. Is that it? Oh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go grab something to fix that. Do you think that's what it is? Whoa, okay. Okay, that could be a really simple fix. And a really unfortunate error being that we lost 6 or I think I had 7 or 8. We'll just replace it with 2 of these. Oh, that would be so unfortunate if it was just such a stupid little error like that. Ow. Oh man, any other possibilities? Wouldn't they path around a magma block? I mean, that's like full on nerd talk. I don't know. I really don't know. But we can do that super easily. And honestly, I think that looks better. I think that looks better. I did see one like trapped kind of like in this spot, but then it was just gone. It was the 3rd one. So I don't know if that can like maybe suffocate them. Maybe name tag them. They won't despawn with the head and especially the thing in the hand, but it's not a bad idea to name tag them. But yeah, if you have any other ideas, we got that cleared. I know there's like 3 blocks I missed over here I need to put down, but this isn't anything that could have killed them. I was trying to adjust this wall. Fall damage? I did do a decent look. So Cub told me that they it's 4 blocks, right? They need to go up 4 blocks to take damage. And there is nothing. Like I searched high and I searched low and have found nowhere for them to get up too high. They could get up to... No, they can't get up here. And even that's not high enough. Let's look at it a little closer. So if there's anything you see that could be damaging them, let me know. Going slow. Everybody get close to your monitor. Get close. Let me check on the chat. Suffocation block? Like what would constitute a suffocation block? Campfires. Campfires with actual flames on the ground? No, they're all obscured by a block or something, just to create a bit of a smoky feel. I don't know why I got so expressive with the smoky feel, but I just felt it needed a little smoky. I guess we cleaned up the magma blocks. Potentially it's the skeleton, so we could do a better job with lighting up the area. I heard that sound again. I don't know if you know, but I was on Impulse's stream and we came over here and there was this like weird sound and we searched high and low for it and it's been haunting me for months. I thought it was just like my imagination and I never said it to anybody until Impulse acknowledged it and I'm like, I'm not crazy. Imagine that. I'm not crazy. So yeah. Skiz farting. I mean, it's always a possibility. Skiz is a very gassy person. Time to move the breeze. Where are we going to move the breeze? That's a good question. I should plan that out better and not just go guns a-blazing. Okay, so we're moving the breeze into here. This is the breeze's chamber. Speaking of our gassy friend, Skiz broke this. That guy. That guy. All right, let's fix this. All right. Oh, and we need to get rid of these, by the way. We need a new design for the top because apparently that is the reason our charge creeper died, was because the lightning rod attracted, obviously, the lightning, and it killed the creeper. And I cried for a day. There we go. Okay, fixed. Nailed it. Well, apparently it's missing the signs, but we'll add those later. So I have my breeze hidden away because the Sir Joe of the Joe Hills of the Homedale land of land took or tried to take my breeze, and I hid my breeze. I hid my breeze down. Oh, there you are. Oh my gosh, buddy. I saw that empty. I saw that boat. I saw that boat, and I was like, oh my God, the breeze is dead. The breeze is dead. I'll admit I was gonna cry. I was gonna cry. There were gonna be tears. There was gonna be sorrow. There was gonna be a song written about the tears. Going in, dodging, weaving. Can't touch this. Can't touch this as much as you want to touch those apps. I know you do. Here we go. No. Come on. We're going out. We're going out. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Out we go, Z's. Oh, boy. Okay. I need to get it on the shore. This is fine, guys. This is fine. Everything's going really well today. This is going well. This is going well. Yep. See, smart. Boom. Put that little barricade there. That's a standard Scar barricade design, capable of withstanding at least one breeze at a time. More than two might overwhelm. Well, now we're making anti-progress. There's nothing worse in life than anti-progress. Nope. Back here. Get back here, mister. Nope, you're gonna get hurt if you suffocate. No, you're gonna get hurt, bud. Come on. Oh God, I think he almost died. Okay. We need to do an emergency heal. Okay. We saved a mob's life today. It was my quick thinking, my reflexes, and my tremendous pecs. Saved a mob's life today. I think it should be on the news. Should be on the local news. A man with large pecs saves a breeze's life from suffocation. Okay, here we go. Did it just bounce off of its head? Can we get a replay on that? I was rolling up to the desk and she bumped her head. It was so sad, but she's okay. She's okay, aren't you? Look at KTB. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. The lights even, Jelly never liked the lights, and these kitties don't either. Like when the lights, because there's two lights here, it's kind of bright in their eyes. Stomach. Aw, hi KTB. I don't know if you guys seen, I know Finny was on the last stream, so it's nice to see KTB get a chance to be on screen. Isn't your brother just a big bossy old bossy McBosserson? Yeah, he's big bossy. Sometimes he won't let me scratch on the scratch post. And then mom comes over and says, bad Finny, let KTB do the scratch. She's so sleepy. Aw. All right, you ready to go? Okay. All right. Here, I'll put you back. Here, go back on the bed. Here you go. Go back on the bed. There you go. No, you don't want to go back on the bed? No, did I ruin your nap? I'm sorry. We ruined the nap, guys. We ruined the cat nap. We ruined the cat nap. Now she's mad. And she scratched me. And she scratched me. Okay. All right, we got potions. I just want this breeze to be the happiest, healthiest breeze of all breezes, okay? All right, we're gonna make like a little house. We're gonna make a little house. Oh, jeez. No. Oh, this is gonna be a pain, isn't it? I need to use my brain here. I need to use my brain parts. Okay. Let me build a little wall up here so it can't touch me. And then I'm gonna build this like so. All right, this is gonna go well, guys. This is gonna go well. You're gonna be really surprised. It's gonna be really surprised. Boats can go in minecarts, right? Interesting. I think we've tested this before. When's the happy gas coming out? When is our old happy gas buddy gonna appear for us? Probably. What do you think? What do we think? I have no idea, but just going off historical dates, I would probably say first half of June. I think probably first half of June. I think historically. What in tarnation? The heck? I got a freaking wall in front of me. It's. What the heck? How is this possible? It's bending breezes. Like there was this really dumb movie back in the day where they like we're gonna curve bullets, and they're like, wait a sec. Oh my god. It's a Cub breeze. I was like, wait a second, this can't be. It's a Cub breeze. You know what? He's a perfect target for a hot guy. Look at him with his little puny armor. Oh, Cub coming in for a hot guy. Nah, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I got a plan, guys. I got a plan. It's a solid plan. It's an important plan. It's gonna be a really nice plan. Well thought through.
Silver Wolf _ 1999 cheered Dex 1000 Scar. I've been struggling with a mystery illness for almost 8 years now. I had given up, but you gave me the strength to fight my doctors for a diagnosis, and I finally got one. Thank you so much.
I hate that you had to do that, but I fully understand. Like, yeah, I fully understand that. Yeah, I hate how hard it is sometimes when you don't have a standard checklist of symptoms, and if your symptoms are kind of like a little here, a little there, got a little something here, a little something there, and there's no easy box to put you in. In society today, we just love to put people in boxes. So pack them up and put them in a box, and we know exactly what you are, and we got you in your box. But not everybody fits in boxes, and it's a pain. It's a pain in the absolute butt to have to go through that to just get a diagnosis. I understand that. My neuromuscular is still not fully identified, and there's all these little pieces, and they can never solidify them into a nice little package, and it's exhausting. And I'm so happy you made it through that journey. I'm glad you didn't give it up. And that's the thing I always say to people is you can't let them win in a weird way. It's not that they're trying to fight against you, it's just they want the easiest path. They want the easiest path, right? They want to put you in a nice little box, and they don't have to think about it. But you have to make them think about it. You have to make them care. You have to make them want to understand what's going on when there's something complex, when there's something different. And it's not always easy. When I've had doctors that like literally look at you and you're like, nah, I don't want to deal with it. It's like, you know what? I'm glad they did that rather than actually pretend they cared. But it's still not a fun feeling, to be sure. Okay, I got an idea, but as I said, I'm happy you stuck through that journey, and I hope the absolute best for you, my friend. All right, let's see if this idea is gonna work. Where's that wild breeze cub? Could help me.
Share a giggle on what happened to me this week. I recently got a soap dispenser because my last one broke. The new one is shaped like a snail, and when I opened the box, I noticed just then that it was called a Scar soap. I guess they wanted to remind me that cleanliness is a journey, not a race, especially when you're moving at a
No, you go away! No! no, it's a magic zombie just magically transformed in front of our very eyes. Oh, we got this, guys. We got this. We got this. Perseverance, power, determination. Did it. Did it. Big time over here. Big time Minecrafter here. All right. We got this, guys. We got this. I think I forgot to flick the lever, by the way. No, I did flick the lever. Did I make sure there was a backing for this? Oh, you know what? I completely forgot. I forgot the minecart. How am I a big time Minecrafter if I forget the freaking... And you lay off in there. Oh, I need this. No, stop moving the lever. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. These breezes, I swear, they are the worst, guys. They are genuinely the worst to deal with. You are the worst. Dealing with like just the worst mob in the game right now. Jeez, please. Can't we have nice things? Nope, stop it. I hate so much the things that you choose to be, Breeze. I need to break that boat. Yes, I'm gonna use cheaty cam here for a second. It worked! I'm so shocked. I am genuinely shocked. I'm so shocked that actually worked out in the end. Big time Minecrafter here. I am genuinely shocked. I am more shocked than I've ever been in my life that actually worked and didn't kill the breeze. It didn't fly away. There wasn't just some kind of catastrophe that ended all of our ended our whole expedition here. I'm really happy. Like that worked out, and nothing usually works out. So kind of riding on a high right here, guys. Kind of riding on a high. I hear ya. No, don't die. Don't die. Oh, no, you can't die. No, no, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my gosh. All of that and that thing would have died. Dude, oh, it's leaving. He's leaving. These things have such minds of their own. It's crazy. Man, Tornado Dude, you're a wild guy, I'm gonna say. Man. I think it's easier to deal with like charged creepers than it is Tornado Man. Tornado Man's rolling. You see him rolling. Look at him go. Oh, come on. That was rude. That was rude. Okay, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. It's peak cinema here. Okay. Can you stop? Come on. Thank you. Is he named? Yeah, he is named. But I won't say the name. Okay. Nervous. Methodical. I just don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm just trying to make sure this is all set. So just gonna really like be careful here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break. So work with me here. Work with me, chat. Excuse me, B. Excuse me, B. You're being a busybody. Break the glass. Break the minecart, replace the glass. Are we good with that? Are we good with that? Chat, are we good with this? Is this good? Yep, okay, we're good. No? Wait, I'm getting yes and no's. I'm getting an unsure. No, chat, you gotta be more decisive than this. Guys, I need more decisiveness. Perhaps? We can't do a perhaps or an I don't know? I need decisiveness. I'm counting on you. Not a maybe either. Oh my god. Not a panic either. All right. That's really close to, I'm gonna put some safety blocks there just to be safe there too. I'm just putting a lot of safety blocks here, guys. Just, I mean, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's not gonna hurt anything. Doing a lot of safety blocks. Okay, I think we're gonna be good here. We're gonna be good. I'm gonna break this. Nailed it. Okay. This is the part that I'm actually really nervous about. I hope I got the order right. I hope I got the order right. We good? Okay. Next stage. Panic. I think I know the next stage. The next stage. Okay. I think we're good. I think. Okay. Okay. I think. No, you leave me alone. What side? What glass in the front? Right? Okay. Wait. Why is? I'm mildly confused. I'm gonna remove this block real quick. So this is a mirrored image. So we have the panes on the sides, right? So I need to place a pane here and there. And I can remove that. And I'm going to remove this block here. And I'm going to need another set of panes that will replace each piston. So if I remove this piston, I need a pane. And if I remove this piston, I need a pane. So that's sealed. Okay, so that's sealed now. I'm gonna remove this section, that's sealed. I'm gonna do this really slow. I'm gonna remove this section. Man, you're really close. You're really poking outside of the box there. Wait, it's not shooting me. Then it's solid then. Then it worked. If it's not shooting me, then it worked. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes! Let's go! Let's go! Why is the minecart up there? How the heck did it get up there? Oh, come on now, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get a little celebratory cheer in the chat here. Let's be happy about this. We did it. After all this time, the breeze is in its containment tube. Come on now. That looks freaking amazing. That looks so cool. Yes. 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 Yeah. So happy about this. Look at how cool that looks. Kind of like bump him a little bit. Yeah. We did that. Q&A Scar, how was the tour with Whip? Dude, okay, let's talk about this. I had an absolute blast going on that tour of Whip's hardcore world with Mog and Jem. And first of all, like, huge congratulations to Whip. Like, that's such an accomplishment that he has done on that world. Not only is it just visually just stunningly beautiful, like incredible builds, but dude, doing that in hardcore, whew, seems a little hard. So yeah, just such fantastic, just fantastic job on that. And you know what's really nice is that it was such a different vibe. It reminded me of the olden days so much, because for the last almost like 10 years, I've been primarily a like SMP content, you know, on Hermitcraft or the Life series or maybe a modded series, something along those lines in the last few years. And I have not really man, I haven't even really been on my own survival world in all that time. And it, yeah, it was such a different vibe. I really enjoyed seeing a world that kind of sprawls, that has like a singular focus of, you know, I think there's a beauty, right? And let's bump it here real quick. There's an incredible beauty to a collaborative effort when you have such creative and beautiful minds come together to create something like this, like Hermitcraft, right? You've got Tango's Factory, you have Gem's Seaport, you have Grian's Sea Town with the waterfall, you have the cyberpunk towns just yonder, and all of this is in its own right like an absolute incredible thing. But there is something cool to see, like a singular creative vision for this entire world, and it's cool. It really reminded me of how much like I miss kind of like my own survival world, but I also am in the same camp that in Minecraft, I really feel like if you want to do something right, you kind of have to pick or choose. And I think I still choose collaborative, like having fun, goofing around with your friends, over just being kind of solitude in your own like survival world. Because I did try to do Hermitcraft and my survival world for a little bit, but creatively it was quite honestly exhausting. And trying to like envision big crazy builds and doing that for two worlds, they compete in your brain, and it's difficult. But it is a really fun. It was really fun to see that, and really inspiring. There are some really, really fantastic builds. And I was playing, or when I was walking through Fwip's base, one of the things that really like it hit me quite a few times was the base really does feel like it was laid out by somebody who really understands like video game design, because I'm walking through and I'm really feeling like I'm walking through a street on The Witcher or some form of an RPG. And then watching the Imbuscus podcast with Fwip, he mentioned that he wanted to do level design in video games or something like similar to that. And I'm like, dude, you nailed that. Like, you might not be like working for Microsoft in some corporate job, you know, building out a level that somebody told you to do, but you're doing that in Minecraft and creating your own world, and you're the boss of it. And I was like, that's really cool. That's really cool. I thought. And so yeah, I had a blast. It was very inspiring. So my survival world turns 15 next year, and I want to do something for that world when it turns 15. And I thought, I don't know, it might be cool to get some like people together and do like a tour, right? Like maybe do a tour of that world. And obviously it's nowhere going to be anywhere as cool as Fwip's world. But what it does have is a lot of nostalgia and some really quirky fun that Minecraft of a 2011, a 2012, a 13, 14, 15 has. And so I think it could be cool. I think it could be cool to go back and see that, because the world has so many oddities in it. So for instance, there was a time when they had a glitch in a snapshot where the tick rate for vines was like a growth, like a full growth every minute. So it was just like do. And the entire biome is covered with vines. And the same thing happened previous to that with mushrooms. And I have this underground area where the entire area is just filled with mushrooms because the tick rate went crazy. There's also some oddities, like it doesn't generate structures. There's some weird terrain stuff. It also has the original Minecraft terrain generator, which is still my personal favorite because the worlds were so distinctively unique. Today, I think the terrain is in a good spot. I think we do get unique natural generation terrain, but there is a uniformity to the terrain that, even though it's unique, you're not going to get some kind of wild variation. But pre-release of Minecraft, yes, that you could get some absolutely wild and really unique Minecraft generation. So it still has that, which is kind of cool. Obviously, if I generate new chunks, it'll probably generate within the old or the new boundaries, but the old stuff is still there. There are places where that world has like a desert, but then Minecraft just decided that's now a snowy taiga, and so there's snow in the desert. So I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to get some people together to do a tour for that when it turns 15. Because there's not, I mean, there are lots, but I mean, there's not a lot, but there's a few Let's Plays that have lasted that freaking long, even though, well, I guess mine's dormant, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, I think it would be really fun when it turns 15 next year, which also means that I've been playing Minecraft since, well, no, I've been playing Minecraft 15 years. It'll be 15 years starting Minecraft next year. I don't know, long explanation. I really enjoyed that tour. It was very inspiring, and especially to kind of see like a that style play, because I haven't done that in a very long time. It's appealing, except for the fact that like I barely can get the stuff done here on Hermitcraft. I can barely get the stuff that I have here to do, and so starting like a single player world again seems so appealing. After I finished that tour, I had about 3 ideas on how I could do a unique single player world, and I'm like, but do I have the time? It's also, do I have the time? Do I have the energy, more importantly? And then second, there's a live stream series that I've wanted to do for now a year. And I've just been trying to wait for my health to cooperate more and to like get up the courage to ask people if they want to be a part of it. It would be super fun. So that would probably be more of a priority, because I think that's like a fun addition to my existing content. You have the building, you have the fun of Hermitcraft, and then you would have an actual live stream series that, you know, maybe we all get together like 2 or 3 times a week at a specific kind of time range, and we have this a little fun. I have a couple ideas for a live stream series that I want to do, and doing it as a live stream series, I want to do that for a few reasons. There's a beauty to live streaming in that you have the benefit of time, and if you're setting up a trap, if you're setting up a fun goof with a friend, if you were to be silent, like you're hiding, waiting for somebody under their base, on a YouTube video, you can't sit there for 2 minutes silently waiting for somebody to open a door. But on a live stream series, that's a little bit more acceptable. That's a little bit more fun, adds a little bit more anticipation. But you would have to cut that on a YouTube video. You don't want a YouTube video where you're silent for 2 minutes. It's gonna be bad for the old retention monster. So that's why I had this pretty cool idea for a series. But the biggest stumbling block, honestly, is just ask people if they want to be a part of it. It's like genuinely the hardest part of it. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so do we want to attempt the charge creeper? Do we want to attempt the charge creeper? Mumbo Jumbo. Look at him go, CEO. Guys, did you know that on the record that Grian gave me, and the record that was in the charity auction, there is a secret Mumbo Jumbo song. Mumbo Jumbo.
Hello.
There he is.
I just heard you go past and just go, oh.
Hello, Mumbo. I have nothing going on, so yeah. What do you need? I've got like nothing going on. Just
yeah.
I am streaming, by the way. I am streaming.
That is absolutely fine. I went past, like I was like flying about, because you know how it is, like when you want to chat to someone and you kind of like roughly assume where they are, and then you kind of fly past and you're like, oh, okay, are they working on like a time lapse, or are they doing like, what are they potentially up to? Yeah. And then I just saw you were just kind of like staring off into the distance at like a minecart. What are you doing? Oh,
do you want to see real quick? Yeah,
I do.
Okay. All right, look at this. Oh, it's getting dark. Do you have a bed over here? Of course not.
I'll quickly.
I'll wait for him. Oh, it's so nice to see Mumbo. It's been so long. Ooh, he terraformed this up. Oh, this is really nice. We'll have to compliment him on this. Where does Mumbo sleep these days? Is this a reenactment Is this a reenactment of the movie? Whoa, my God, where did you come from? Oh my God. I didn't see you. I just saw this pile of people and I'm like, is this a reenactment of the movie scene?
So funny story about that. I built this after filming the scene. And then, but like genuinely, and I mean this seriously, and if any executives from Warner Brothers are watching this, I mean this with my whole heart.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean for it to come out like this. But then after I released the episode, like a couple days later, I was kind of thinking about the scene that I had been in, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, am I going to get? Am I going to get hit with the craziest lawsuit?"
That's funny. I don't know if I've seen this armor stand setup.
Have you not?
I must have. Spoilers for Scar, but by the way,
oh yeah, have you not seen the movie yet? Oh, well, I guess your viewers maybe.
I have not seen it. No,
you haven't seen the movie, Scar.
I have not seen the movie.
Come on, you haven't seen me being a movie star yet.
I haven't seen you be a movie star, and I talked to the director and everything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you've actually spoken to Jared Hess. Oh, by the way, I saw him do an impression of me, which is
it's delightful.
Yeah, and he called me what was it? A tall glass of water?
Tall glass of water. Yep. I still don't know what that means.
Well, apparently,
like just tall.
No, I think. Look, I don't mean to blow my own trumpet here, okay? But let me just.
Where's this going?
All right, a tall glass of water is an idiom, not a literal description of a glass.
You're not an idiot.
No, idiom.
Oh, idiom. Okay, I thought you said idiom. I'm like, wait, I'm going to stand up for Mumbo here. Mumbo's a smart and classy man.
You call him back up. You call him up. You're like, Jared, I disagree with what you said about Mumbo. Don't you ever say that again? No. Here we go. It's used to describe a tall, thin person, often with a positive connotation, suggesting they're attractive or refined.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes okay. Yeah, you're an adequate man.
I mean, I don't know if I'm thin. I'm like I'm a pretty boxy dude. Like I'm built like a Minecraft character. You know, I am actually pretty exactly dimensions wise like a Minecraft character. I think I'm literally like 1.95 meters, which is exactly the height of the Minecraft character, right?
Really, the Minecraft character is. Oh
yeah, I'm fairly certain, like slightly under 2 meters, right? So
now okay, chat. What's the translation on that to stupid American?
Oh god.
Anyway,
yeah, like 6'4", 6'5".
Okay, so that's how tall. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
it's 3 inches. I'm 3 inches shorter than a standard Minecraft character. So sad.
What? No. Oh man. Well, anyway,
that's so interesting. Okay,
but yeah, there you go. So I got complimented by Jared Hess, which is nice.
And as a handsome, tall, thin man.
Yeah, I got called all of these things. But yeah, no, this is so you haven't seen my armor stand set up. Yeah, this was fun.
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't remember this scene. And then you came out of there. I didn't know that this is actually where you sleep.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually quite well. No, I don't really normally sleep here. This was just the nearest bed, but this is where my portal is, so you can kind of go under here.
Oh my god, I had no idea this was back here. What the heck?
Yeah. This is all fairly recent.
I've missed so much the last like month lately. This is cool.
Look, here's the deal, right?
Yeah.
Me and Graham were talking about Hungry Hermits earlier, and I have missed so much that I genuinely thought Hungry Hermits was like a replica of Hungry Hippos, the board game. I didn't realize it was like an Overcooked type deal.
Yeah.
And like this is entirely on me, okay? Because I feel so here's the thing, when I see games appear on the Hermitcraft server, I try my best to avoid watching other people's perspectives of them, right?
Yeah.
But then I accidentally avoided it for way too long because that thing that's been running for a long time. Right?
Yeah.
Hungry Hermits.
Pre-Christmas?
Yeah, it's been a long time. And I was like, I actually really want to play it. But I genuinely thought it was Hungry Hippos, so I wasn't really that psyched. Like I was like, oh, I should probably check it out. And then when I saw it's like based on Overcooked, which is one of the few games I have played, I'm really upset that I haven't played it sooner.
Wait, you've played something other than Minecraft?
Yeah. So I've played. If I go through all the games I've ever played, Skate, the various different Skate games.
Skate, okay.
Tony Hawk's.
Yeah, classic, distinguished.
Yeah.
Overcooked.
Overcooked.
Okay.
Gang Beasts.
Wait, what?
Yep.
What's Gang Beast?
Gang Beasts.
What
it's
is...
like it's like I don't even know how to describe it. So I played that. Me and my girlfriend have played that.
Okay, okay.
Should we get away from the portal? It's probably the most annoying sound to have in the background of something.
Am I losing my hearing? I don't hear it at all.
Yes, you definitely are losing your hearing.
Oh,
There's a portal right next to you.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Yep.
Oh,
So
Wild Gem appears.
Yeah, I've played Gang Beasts. I've played the Harry Potter game on the PlayStation 1.
Oh wow! Yeah, I think I may have played that too back in the day.
Played Wii Sports. You know, occasionally someone will mention a game and I'll be like, I think I've actually played that, but like I really. Oh, Kerbal Space
you don't
Program.
retain it.
Kerbal Space Program. Got a few hours in that.
Oh really? You played Kerbal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I love Kerbal.
Oh, like some racing games, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, like
what about a game that I feel like it might be? I don't know if you played it, but I feel like you would have liked it back in the day. Pokemon Snap. Now, I don't know anything about Pokemons, but what I loved about it was all about photography. And you basically got in a little cart and it would take you through a scene and you tried to get the best photos as you went through. And
No way.
I look back on this thing probably with rose-colored glasses, but it's like GTA 6 to me. It was like you're going through the scene and you're trying to frame up the Pokemons, and you're like, click.
That
and
sounds pretty
like,
good.
Did you get them in the right angle? Did you get it right as they were doing like a scene or something? I freaking love that game.
That sounds pretty good. No, I never played any of the Pokemon games. None of them.
That was the only Pokemon outside of that Pokemon, like the one that you walked around with your phone.
Oh, Pokemon Go, yeah.
I played that because it was just like everybody was playing. I'm like, well, I gotta check it out. You know, I gotta see what's going on here. Okay, so
I remembered a game. There's a Star Wars game that was on the PlayStation 1 that I played, and I remember I used to keep getting stuck on this. I remember it being hard, really hard.
The Star Wars games were hard back in the day.
Yeah, like I remember there was this level where I kept getting chopped up by a fan.
Was it a first person, or were you flying a fighter jet or like a TIE fighter?
I think it was first person. Honestly, I can't remember.
Oh, chat.
I played Destruction Derby.
Dark Forces?
Video game. I played Call of Duty, obviously.
Really?
Yeah. I'm you know what? I'm not that bad at Call of Duty on a controller.
Which Call of Duty did you play?
Call of Duty COD 4, Modern Warfare 2.
You played COD 4?
You know, no, like this is the thing. I knew of Joel like way back by when he was a Call of Duty YouTuber. He was like my favorite YouTuber.
But you play Call of Duty 4?
Yeah, me and you could 1v1 anytime.
You want to play shit, man?
Anytime. I'm playing on a Mac. I can't actually get the game. It's so heartbreaking.
Dang it. Oh, it's like,
But wait, I've got an Xbox One somewhere.
Wait, is that the original?
No.
Oh.
No, I do have an Xbox 360 somewhere.
So, wait. I maybe I don't know. I never had an Xbox. What's the naming scheme for it? Like Xbox One wasn't the...
I think Call of Duty... No. Xbox One... Okay. So it's the Xbox original. Xbox.
Okay.
It's called the Xbox. And then they went Xbox 360. They went all out.
Okay.
They were like... Phew. And then
they
were like...
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one that looks like...
The one at the Red Rings of Death, that was during the PlayStation 3 era, right?
Yeah. So
okay,
Xbox
gotcha.
360 and PlayStation 3 same time.
Okay.
And then they then said, you know what? We're just gonna have an Xbox One.
I think I remember this now. That was during the PlayStation 4 era?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to remember. Okay, it's clicking.
I think it's now Xbox One X. There was an Xbox One X. So they've got an extra X now.
I feel like we need to do
Xbox X.
They got to work on the naming scheme. This is just confusing.
Now there's something else, I think. XS maybe? No, because that's extra small.
That's funny. But you played Call of Duty 4, and did you play Modern Warfare 2, you said?
Dude, wait. Oh, after you finished streaming, I'll send you over some of my old Call of Duty montages.
You have montages?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I am so excited. Dude, I played that on the daily back in the day. COD 4 Team Tactical was my favorite.
Then Team Tactical. Oh my goodness.
Did you play Team Tactical?
No.
Team Tactical
I
was
was like a
3v3.
free for all. Yeah, I was a free for all kind of guy.
Oh, you're a free for all guy. Yeah.
But I was a sniper, right? I was all about the. I was a quick scoping dude.
I knew it. I knew you had to, oh man, I could have pegged you for one because of all the twitching, all the movements.
Yeah,
you keeping your fingers nimble. You're YYing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a big YY. I'm a big YY guy. I'm always switching. I'm bouncing back and forth constantly. You should see me. I'm more twitchy playing Call of Duty than I am playing Minecraft.
Oh,
my gun
that's
is
so funny.
My gun is moving. It is flipping. I always get scared by this.
I'm gonna sleep. We don't want to break your base. I'm trying to get into your bed.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Man, that's so cool. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's nobody like really on Hermitcraft that outside of, I guess, yeah, you and Joel that.
Joel, I would love to play Call of Duty. Wait, we should do like a Call of Duty Rust 1v1.
Oh, that'd be so freaking fun
on Hermitcraft. Oh, that's so funny.
I've been playing it again.
Hermitcraft COD tournament.
I've been playing the recent Black Ops. It is so different than it had been in the past. Like there's like Santa Claus walking around. I saw a doll.
Yeah.
There was a Ninja Turtle, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm into that, but maybe the old ones like that would be fun.
Well, didn't they do it? They did COD 4 remastered. I want to say recently, but I feel like it's probably not that recent anymore. It's probably like maybe 5 years ago now.
You know, I heard a rumor that they were going to remaster Black Ops 2. I don't know if you played Black Ops 2, but
I played a little bit.
That was peak COD for me. Was when
really?
Yeah, because it. I felt like they had. I don't know. They hit their peak right there, and then ever since then it's been like just a cliff, just straight down, down.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really play anything. So I played Call of Duty 4, and then I didn't really play COD 5. I think I probably came in at around about Modern Warfare 2, but then I played Call of Duty 4 because I liked the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
But then Modern Warfare 2 is really fun, and I do play that occasionally, and that is where I used to do trick shots and stuff. That's a much more trick shot game.
On Terminal?
Yeah, Terminal, Rust, Favela.
Oh my god!
I know all the spots that you can. High rise. If you're really bold, you were trick shotting off of high rise, and because there's like certain death off the side there, so you could do like high commitment trick shots.
I was so angry with the team I was playing with. I'm like, gosh, can we put the sniper rifles down and actually pay attention? And they're like, dude, you can't even like snipe at all, man. And this is my claim to fame, Mumbo. I pulled out the default Barrett class.
Yeah.
I pointed it down that high-rise hallway and got a triple.
A triple. Yes.
And I'm like,
high-rise was the one, right?
Now put your stupid sniper rifles away and let's actually play.
Like the high-rise, the starting triple that you could there was always a way you would rush to the point, and then there was those windows that you could perfectly align across the map, and then everyone would run out through the windows at the start of the game, and you would always every sniper would just line it up in a line to try and get it. It was
it became easy when all the snipers would stand in one spot. Nice little easy triple. But that we sometimes look back on Modern Warfare 2 with rose-colored glasses. Do you remember the commando where it would teleport you 10 feet with a knife into people, or one-man army?
One-man army was rough, as was the noob tubes, I guess, and
noob tubes. Noob tubes.
Painkiller was rough. Last Man Standing was pretty bad. That was the one where you would go down on the ground. Oh, and the riot shields. The riot shields was rough. Why did they put those in the game? That seems so crazy to me.
Do you remember the dual wielding shotguns when they had the buff on?
1887.
The 1887s.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Machinima videos back in the day? Any of those goofballs?
Of course, yeah. I was all about. I was all about everything Call of Duty. I used to follow follow all of the big, like there was like Optic and the like FaZe Clan, obviously back
Yeah.
before they were like a multi-billion-dollar company or something.
I always liked Sea back in the day.
Nanners was great, yeah. I mean, I think like genuinely Nanners and all them lot, like I got into Minecraft from the Call of Duty side. You know? That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's when Captain Sparkles had his other name during that era.
He had a different name. What was it? Was it a name that you're not able to say? Judging by the way that you just said it.
It was like bros don't talk shit.
Was it actually?
Yeah, it was. And Nanners told him, like, you're never going to get anywhere with that name. So he just, like, overdid it and was like, I'm Captain Sparkles, everybody.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah, I remember him back in the day, like, playing that. Nanners, Hutch, Wings
Hutch,
of Redemption.
Yeah, Hutch is a big one.
Poof.
Yes.
That's a lot there, but, you know.
There's a lot of lore there.
So, yeah.
Syndicate.
Was he the zombie guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, I didn't do too much zombieing.
No, but I think he. I can't quite remember if he was. But yeah, I was big into like the. I remember there's like Optic Predator was like a.
Sounds familiar.
Really famous really over edited montage.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. Optic
but honestly,
Hex.
Joel's Glint montage is still the best.
Optic,
Joel's made the best. Joel made the best montages on the planet. Like I'm just throwing it out there.
What was his name again? I forgot. Was it
Small Beans?
It was just Small Beans. Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned Optic Hex. Like a lot of YouTubers have no idea how much he did for early YouTube.
Yeah.
And
he was
like getting actual gaming to be monetized on YouTube is 100% his responsibility and made that happen. Like
it's crazy.
Nobody who doesn't remember those days remember that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh
yeah,
man, wow,
wild.
That's a memory trip. Oh my god.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's basically all the games I've played.
Hi Santa.
Hey, that's Big Ron.
That's Big Ron. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. He's moonlights as a repair guy when he's not riding the sleigh.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess that's perfect. That's like perfect Santa lore, right? Like this is kind of a Santa's workshop in a way.
It is. It's just full of stuff back there. Is the helicopter room still here? Oh no, you filled it in.
Wait, no, the actual room. I might have been too lazy to. Yeah. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy boy.
There's a little lore for when the server is for download at the end of the season back there.
Yeah. I feel sorry for people who download this world because this place is laggy. Unless you have all the performance mods, this place is especially with what Joel's been doing with all his candles. Dude, he's placed like 20,000 candles or something.
I don't know how it's possible, but like my FPS is just go. Oh my god, something's crashing. The lowest it's going is 57, so I'm kind of staying at 60.
Dude, well, hang on. Is this an Apple Mac Master Race moment? Because I'm staying at 68.
Whoa! Consistent?
Consistent 68.
Oh my gosh. Praise be Steve Jobs.
Oh, I dropped to 54. You might just have me.
Oh, that's dude, it's actually kind of amazing that a Mac can really play Minecraft and have those numbers. Like I used to play on a Mac. That's how I started YouTube. Yeah. And
Same.
My render distance was like 5.
Yeah. It's a bad time. Yeah. No, I mean it was a high risk strategy, and like don't get me wrong, I would play on a Windows computer if a Windows computer existed in such like a crazy easy form factor and didn't make a ton of noise. Like that is the one
box,
thing,
right? Like the studio.
Yeah, like
that's so compact. Yeah,
and it's like I don't understand the thing that like. There's like a few things that is nice about it. Like obviously all the Thunderbolt ports and like all the super high speed input output is like pretty nice. But like the fact that it only draws about 60 watts of power still doesn't make any sense to me. Like it
60?
draws like it draws a laptop amount of power. Like I have a battery in our van and I can run this computer for like days and days on end if we're living in the van. Which is silly.
Okay,
Yeah.
my PC weighs 40 pounds, and when I turn it on, all the lights in the house dim.
yeah.
And if anybody turns on like a vacuum cleaner or something,
It's done.
it flips the circuit breaker outside. That's how bad my computer is. Dude, if I hear
my energy bill has gone down from having a Mac. Like, I think the amount of money I spent on it might have paid for itself not by now. It's like nearly 3 years.
That's probably true. I mean, if I hear the vacuum cord, I can hear the vacuum cord from a mile away, and I'm like, hold on, let me turn my computer off before we do that. I'll even turn the lights off in my room and other areas.
Amazing.
I'm like, let's conserve some power. Dude, you know what's the wildest thing? I should do a video of this. Sometimes when I'm in Premiere and I'm moving the timeline around, my lights in my room start flickering like Stranger Things.
You need to do a video about that. That's so funny.
Just show the lights just flickering as I move the timeline.
That's incredible. Yeah, so none of those problems for me. And then, and yeah, obviously the size and like the form factor, but honestly, it's like the quietness. I find that so weird. Like now, if anything in my room is making any noise, like a humming sound, it drives me insane because I am so used to like complete silence.
Oh,
I don't know.
I would love that. Oh man,
I don't know how
annoying sounds.
Yeah, and I don't understand how it's possible. Like, I genuinely am not I'm not a Mac. Like, I don't care. I literally don't care whether it's Mac or Windows or like I got some like Linux, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand how I've got something like how they've managed to cool it so efficiently.
That is super impressive. Yeah, I feel you on that. I have no loyalty to companies. I have loyalty to family and friends, but not companies. So, like, if there was
that's the way to be.
if there was a Windows, like, that'd be cool. But no, like 40 pounds, I'm like breaking the grid. We do have a stupid power issue in our house. That's the problem. Like,
it sounds more like maybe a your power issue than maybe the PC issue. But
it's a house issue.
What you mean.
It's a house issue.
But yeah, I am curious. I'm curious because they've got like the new whatever M4 like Mac Mini that is like literally the size of like it's tiny. It's probably like 20% of the size of my Mac Studio.
But I feel like we got to get you a slightly bigger monitor.
Oh no! I use a 27-inch monitor when I'm at home, but when I'm traveling, it is the 12-inch beast.
I can't imagine you playing on a 12-inch.
Oh, it's bad. It is bad. If you thought I was,
I feel like there's like it's an investment worthy of like, say, where were you when we were talking last? You were in the Philippines?
Probably the Philippines, right? Yeah.
Maybe invest in the monitor there.
Maybe just have one in every country that I go to. Just have like my resident monitor. Just rent out the smallest storage unit I possibly can, and it's just a monitor.
It's just a monitor in it. That's funny.
I could like hide a Pelly case somewhere.
Yeah.
My stash, my monitor stash.
You got your stash. You're like a spy. Like, you got your passport. You got a cash, a gun in there. No, I got my monitor in it.
Monitor.
Got my monitor. That's 12 inches. That's wild.
It is pretty rough. The first time I went to the Philippines with the remote setup, I do have like a flight case for my monitor, like the big monitor.
Yeah.
And it's like this giant flight case, but it was so like by the time you've put it in the flight case and the monitor itself, it weighs like 16 kilos.
Oh,
and
wow.
You only have like 6 kilos left for your clothes. And stuff, which kind of does negatively affect the trip a little bit. Especially now that we're rock climbing more, so you need like I'm just like gradually increasing the number of sus things that I have. Like having a flight case, like that's probably gonna get me stopped, and then having like a bunch of rope. That also gets people a bit confused, and then like a ton of like pocket knives and stuff like that.
Got some duct tape, some rope,
an ice axe. The ice axe is a big problem. It's a big problem for people. And then camera batteries, tons of camera batteries.
Oh, like, dude, that's what they don't care about the rope, the duct tape, the axe.
The batteries.
You know, maybe even whatever. It's those dang batteries. They get real wild about those things.
They do. So that combined means that my security situation is not ideal.
Dude, if you flew into San Diego, you get that crazy person that I had. They were like, "You're a threat."
Really?
No. You're a heightened threat. That's what she called me.
Why? What was it?
Because I was in a wheelchair, and a wheelchair stands the potential to be hiding things within it. So it was a heightened threat, and so I had to go through additional layers of security. She also referred to herself as Homeland Security, and I'm like, aren't you the TSA?
Yeah, that might be a bit of a power trip going on there.
There's a little power there for sure. Did have you like, is it in your plans ever to do any rock climbing in Yosemite?
Yeah, definitely. High on the list. On the list.
I think you've probably been to maybe better places, but that place is always just the top of my mind
No,
because it's fun to
Yosemite.
watch. Like,
Yeah.
because sometimes you'll just see like a Volkswagen bus like just pull up, and then a guy with very like no thought opens the door and just goes up the rock.
Yeah, I mean Yosemite is super cool, and no, it probably is one of the best places on the planet for rock climbing. Other than like, no, it probably is the best in terms of like big wall stuff. For sure.
In like kind of proximity to like a big city too.
That's the thing. Like Patagonia, you could argue, has like bigger, cleaner walls, but then Patagonia, like there's no helicopter rescue.
There's no helicopter rescue.
The weather is like super crazy and variable, and the wind in Patagonia is insane. So then it's like more dangerous, whereas Yosemite has crazy huge granite big walls that are like pretty pristine in like off the roadside. Like,
it's crazy when you see somebody like literally, like we watched this guy just pull up, gets out of his car,
jump out,
and just starts climbing. Like there's no like setup, there's nothing. It just went from car to the mountain and then just went up this boulder. It was like, wow,
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, so Yosemite is predominantly trad climbing, which, not to get like too nerdy.
I'll get nerdy. I don't even know what that means.
So you got different types of climbing. So like in Europe, there's sport, like predominantly sport climbing, which is where someone has drilled bolts into the rock.
Okay.
So then you like clip. So then you climb up with your rope attached to you, and then you clip what's known as a quick draw, which is like a pair of carabiners with a sling between them, and then you put the rope into them, and that like kind of protects you, and it's generally considered to be like really safe. And for the most part, like I'm a sport climber. But then trad climbing, which is something that I have recently started doing, is like a little bit more dangerous because there's no bolts, and you predominantly do it in areas that have like large crack systems like Yosemite does. And basically you place things. So there's two different types. Well, there's a few different types of protection, but like the most commonly used ones are like nuts and cams. So you'll place what's known as a nut into the crack, and you'll like pull it so that it hopefully sits nicely in the crack. And then you like kind of yank it downwards and then clip your rope into the nut. And then if you fall, you hope the nut doesn't come out the crack. And then a cam is like, you basically, it's like a little thing that has some triggers on it, and you basically pull the triggers back, and the lobes of the cam go in, and then when you release the triggers of the cam, it expands inside the crack, and then you clip yourself into that. And again, when you fall, you hope that the cam stays in the crack. That is pretty imperative.
I seen that. I saw a YouTube video where the guy put the thing into into the crack and then expanded, and then he was like hanging on it with all of his like weight, and it was like it's safe, and it's like, I'll take your word for it.
so like they will be rated, like a nut and a cam and like your rope and all the carabiners. I think your rope is maybe rated for like 14 kilonewtons of force, which is about like 1.4 tons of static load. But then like all that stuff is rated for like 22 kilonewtons, which is the equivalent of like hanging a car from it.
Oh my god.
So you are fine.
Yeah.
As long as like your placement is good. Like none of these things are ever going to fail unless you've done like a number of things. However, 100% you could what's known as zip or a climb if you have placed things badly. So like say you place like you're climbing up and you place some protection, it's a bit rubbish, and then you keep climbing.
Yeah.
And you place some more, it's a bit rubbish, and so on and so forth, and then you fall, and then your protection pulls out. And then the problem is, like, obviously the further you fall, the more force you're going to put through the next piece of protection. And there's like a pretty high likelihood that you're going to zipper the climb, where you basically just pull all the protection out.
Oh, I see. So you have multiple hooks as you go. You're not going to like one to the next to the next. Okay. And then zipper would be pull out all the
all
safety. Okay. I see. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
So it's kind of like rock climbing is not that dangerous, but like definitely it's known as taking a whip, which is basically you're tied in at the bottom and there's kind of nothing above you, and then you climb up and you're kind of clipping your rope in as you go, either in sport climbing, just clipping it, or in trad climbing, placing your protection and then clipping it. The problem is, as soon as you go past your last piece of protection, you're obviously like, you're then, if you fall, you're going to fall the distance to the last piece of protection, and then however much rope was between, so you're going to fall the distance between you and the protection, and then the distance between you and the protection again, because like the rope length. And then there's like stretching the rope, and then there's like however much slack was in the system. So then you can end up falling quite far, and that's where you get those like videos of people taking like epic whips, and they look like they're like falling forever.
Oh wow!
And then suddenly they'll be like caught in midair. And this is the thing that's scary about Yosemite, is that it's famously like, if in the rare occasion that there are bolts, because occasionally you will have to bolt a trad climb, just because there's no crack to place any protection, so they'll place a bolt. But like Yosemite will famously run out their bolts, which basically means like huge distances between bolts. So that means if you do fall, it's going to be big. So
you've gone a long ways, because it wasn't that long ago you were just bouldering in a gym.
Yeah.
So you've like in the last year you've like exponentially like increased your skill to the point now where you're doing like this climbing on like, you know, like mountain climbing, heading up the whole mountain.
Oh yeah, so it all gets a bit weird. Like bouldering kind of is like a weirdly really hard type of climbing, because it's
but you're out there and like where, you know, if you fell, it's gotta, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I guess I'm increasing my risk.
Yeah, increasing the risk. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, me and Vicky went mountaineering just the other day and climbed some mountains, like actual mountains, and that was like a little bit different again, where you're kind of doing a mixture of trad climbing, which is where you're like placing the protection, but it's more scrambly routes, so they're not really like face climbs, but you're up a mountain.
Oh yeah, going up so like this, like the side, but you're not like one handhole at a time, like going up like a sheer cliff, right? But then that's what my brother does. He does the. But I
do that as well.
Well, the mountaineering part of it is what he does.
Okay, so yeah, so I do both. So I'll do mountaineering, and that's really fun, and then I'll also do what's known as like multi-pitch rock climbing. Yeah, which is
somebody else is sleeping, thank God.
Rock face stuff.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
On that note, do you want to talk about boulders?
Yes, I love boulders.
All right, do you want look? Okay, I've been building some boulders. Firstly, funnily enough, I actually did build a jokey boulder climb that you can do.
Really?
Yeah. Like, this is my boulder problem right here. This is the burden of blocks, and I've graded it 6/8. It's kind of actually difficult. Oh, see, I fell off it.
So you made like a parkour course here.
Yeah, but no, so you can't go up that way. This is the rule of bouldering, right? This is the route. Okay, you have to go up like this, and then it cuts back across. Now, this is where it's a bit of a techie move, and I'm struggling with it, you know?
Okay, so it's to here, to there, and then to this block right here?
Yeah.
I just realized that I don't have any clothes on.
It's fine.
Here, hold on, let me fix that. I've been
loving it. I don't think you've...
Hold on. Hold on, I got this. Oh, I cheated. Let me go here. I got this. Hold on. I think I do need my I need my abs.
Wait. I just heard I feel like that's a line from Shrek.
Yay!
Yes! Okay, and then you have to make it to the top, so jump across. Yeah, it is easy now. Yay! You're the second ascent of Burden of Blocks. Nice.
The Burden of Blocks.
Nicely done. Right, anyway. So yeah, I've been I've been trying to build some boulders and stuff, and I really don't. I was looking over at your landscape, and you do such a good job at like making the boulders feel like they exist in the environment. They feel like they're the right scale. How?
How? So you said how?
Yeah.
No, I think you did it. You know what's wild is like,
Nope.
You matched a. Oh, my back itches. You got a back.
Hello, gents.
Oh, jeez, you scared me. Hello there, Cub.
Hey, Cub.
Sorry, I got like really distracted. I felt like an ant was crawling up my back. It probably was. Anyway, I think you matched. I was recently like on the kind of a side of like a hill, and it was part of like the Missoula flood. So there's these enormous boulders that are just like sitting around the landscape.
Right. Okay.
And this is like a Missoula flood like scene over here. It is really cool.
Right.
So if you're trying to bury them, what I would do is just take a few half slabs and then just bring up the dirt up on one side a little bit, use a few half slabs, like just play around with it. Everything when it comes to landscaping is like painting. You just kind of put a little paint here, you scrape it off, you move it over here.
Interesting. I like that idea of like building up a little bit of like a mud pile where it's like it's kind of sat in the landscape.
Yeah, and like this is what you do is like when you do this is like you just kind of like see if maybe that works or if maybe that doesn't. Maybe you move that, or if I had a half slab on me, like you'd maybe stick one right there and you just try to like bury it. Think about a boulder is a lot like an iceberg. How there's like way more of the iceberg down here than there is up on top.
Yeah.
So that's I think you did a good job, but like when you're doing it, just get some half slabs and kind of like add them.
Yeah.
And don't forget to add like the little fellas. Like you got the big ones and they're cool. Yeah, but don't forget about the little like just a random. Don't get crazy, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm struggling with, right? Like I kind of place these around and they feel very like plonked in. But you are so right. I think like little small ones to like set.
But be very sparing with the little ones. Like, you might have a tendency, and I have this too all the time, is like, I'm looking at them like, okay, the big and medium are good, but maybe I'm just going to take like a single block and a half slab, and then I'm going to put like 20 of those around. But in reality, you only maybe want like 2 or 3 at best.
Right. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And do you think like one or two like really big hero boulders, like do you think going any bigger than this is wise? It's so difficult to judge scale because like everything in Minecraft is so like skewy, you know what I mean? Like it's like this factory has a scale and then like there's an idea of the scale to that, but then like the town kind of has like a different scale vibe, and then whatever the monstrosity is on the top, which is like it's kind of semi-working name. I wasn't being mean about my own build.
It's a tall glass of water.
It's a tall glass of water. It's very thin. It's extremely
I learned
thin.
what tall glass of water means. It means that Mumbo's a handsome man.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. That's what I heard. Yeah, Jared Hess.
I don't know.
Jared Hess is also a tall glass of water, by the way. If you ever stand next to Jared Hess, he's taller than me, and he's extremely handsome.
Really,
confusingly handsome. Yeah,
and I mean, quite a beard. You could cut a slice of bread with that beard. I feel I don't know. This is how I hate following rules of any kind.
Okay,
and I feel like in your base, you have like a surreal kind of. This feels like a cartoon world. It feels like what's the show with the kids and the grumpy uncle and there's an Urkel and chat.
Well, I was thinking like Stranger Things, but that's not a cartoon.
But that still kind of fits. Gravity Falls. There's a show Disney made. Gravity Falls, fantastic show.
Right,
Never watched the last 4 episodes because I'm too sad. I don't want it to ever end. I've watched it twice through and I've never got to the end because I don't want the end.
That's very sweet.
You have this like vibe of this like really fun, playful, like cartoony world with all the little buildings. And I think it's okay to break rules in that world by having something that may be a little out of scale if you were trying to make something more grounded in reality. But that's not what you're creating. Okay. And I think it's okay. Yeah. Like that building looks fun. Like it's is it ginormous? Is that a word? I don't think that's a word.
Is that a word? No, we're going with it. It's a ginormous one.
It's a ginormous building up there. And
ginormous building.
But not ginormous.
Not ginormous.
No, we can go with ginormous.
We'll go with ginormous. We make a new word.
It's a unanimous building.
Unanimous.
That goes in the Scar dictionary. But I think it fits. I think it fits having like the really small builds and these really, really big builds. It fits your style of your base. And everyone has a unique and different style. And like somebody might make something really grounded, like this is all perfectly to scale. But I think it's perfectly legitimate to have something that's like wild and crazy too. Like I love the differences between the little builds and the big builds. It makes the whole area so fun. So I would not worry about it.
Okay, cool. So to recap, a little bit of berryage. Remember that the boulders are underneath the ground. A few little splatterings of like small ones, and then don't stress about the scale too much. And then I guess like think of the grand composition of the build, I suppose, as well.
I would say do either one of the existing boulders or a new boulder that's a little bit bigger than all of them, and then do like 2 or 3 small ones. And I think that would look really, really cool. And overall, like you made this hill look so much better. Like this, and this over there, this area looks so much better. I cleaned that area up a tiny bit the other day, like cleaned up a few creeper holes, but you like came in and terraformed it up, and it looks enormously better.
It's amazing. Unanimously better. It's amazing, isn't it? How like this was like realistically a small amount of work to like fix up this hill. And it's probably made like a 30% improvement to the area.
Oh, 100%. It looks so much better.
Look much better. Yeah. Much better.
It's weird how that goes. Okay, well, you have got me excited. Firstly, you allowed me to speak about rock climbing for at least 10 minutes, which is great. I feel really great about that.
It was interesting. I don't know too much about rock climbing.
Secondly, you allowed me to discuss Call of Duty at length, which has brought me back to my youth. Thirdly, we discussed some boulders, and I'm coming away with more knowledge. And fourthly, Cub also turned up, and that's always a good time.
He's got a horn.
I mean, how does one just get good? Like, what do I even get good at?
Exactly. And I have recently gotten good as well. Fifthly, I've recently gotten good, so that is a very timely horn. And I'm a fan of all of this.
Yeah. All right. That's yeah, I love good Call of Duty talk. I never showed you what I did.
Yeah, well, yeah, you need to show me. Yeah, you need to show me what you did. We got so distracted.
Okay. Well, it's actually going to look like trash, but real quick.
No, I'm excited. Can we please do like a Hermits play Call of Duty tournament or something, please?
Oh, yeah, yes, I would. Oh wait, Pearl.
Pearl?
Pearl's big in COD.
I bet Pearl was like a chaotic trash talker.
Yeah.
I can just imagine it. What is going on, dude?
That's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna move a charge creeper here, but look, I've got the breeze in the chamber.
I wonder if Mumbo got
That's
into
insane.
Call of Duty because he used
How
to
do
be
you
a
move
fan
these
of
things
Joe
about?
Lol.
Oh, what was that?
Like, how do you move these things about?
Oh, it was like a breeze. I just got in a mine car and I
Okay.
got over.
Okay.
Bravo
Bravo on that one.
Wow,
That was a good one.
It was a bit of a
Great
nightmare,
fun.
but it took about 4 hours to get it from the trial chamber to my base.
Gosh.
And then that was a stream a long while ago. And then finally, it was a couple little catastrophes, but we got it. We got it.
Nice.
It's in
Nice.
it's in
What's this for?
it's in obsidian, so the charge creeper doesn't explode in case I have an accident when I add it to the case next to it. Basically, they're just like metaphorical like tubes to transport dangerous mobs to the zoo.
Right, yeah, I like that. I like that. This is the thing. I absolutely love your commitment to like the small details. I always think that's like so awesome.
Did you see this in here? Oh, that had to be gem. Did you see the tags in here? All the little tags. If you like the little details, I find it fun with all the little like shipping tags on boxes and stuff.
This is what I mean. This is so. Oh my goodness, the map one is so good. Wait, is that? Oh no, that. What is that? This one here that's on the barrel.
Let's see which one. Oh, that's a custom model. That's the train ticket.
Wow. Well,
That's the train ticket.
that looks ridiculously good. But I love the. See, this is the stuff that I look at and I get really excited, and then I think to myself, I need to spend the next like 16 hours just like goofing about with tiny things.
Yeah, I looked at Cleo stuff and it inspired me to come in and do these things. Like after looking at what Cleo had done, and then like adding like the little hat and like the boxes over here that the people waiting for the trains are. Oh my God, Cub!
What?
Cub's just flipping my trapdoors over here.
That was like that. That was like that, man. That wasn't me.
It was probably Jim,
I would
wasn't it?
never.
Yeah, this is ridiculously cool.
You're
too good at this
Pearl's
game.
a big trash talker?
I definitely think so. Pearl 100% gives trash talk energy.
Really?
Sometimes I'll say things to Pearl and I'll just catch a serious stray out of nowhere. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever.
Really?
Pearl.
Maybe Pearl just doesn't like me.
I think that's true. I agree with Mumbo here. I agree with Mumbo.
Okay.
There's a level of trash talking.
I think I'll
Okay,
say
okay.
something that like I'll say something that I kind of know I'm like maybe being like a little bit silly, but you
Yeah.
know I'll say it I'll say it out loud anyway, and then Pearl will just hit me with it.
Just
Like,
hit you with. Okay, all right.
Pearl will
Interesting.
make me aware that I've said something really silly.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Pearl will hit me with, like,
I've loved
redstone
playing
trash
with
talk.
Australians playing Call of Duty. They were
Yeah.
the funnest.
It's in their blood to trash talk.
Yeah,
That's how they communicate.
they always had a hard so what I always found is they had such bad connections that they struggled
true.
with the game. They made up with it with personality.
Yeah, that's why they trash talk so much. Like, it's a genuinely frustrating experience for an Australian to play a game. So then they have to hit you with just horrendous trash talk, demoralize you.
That is so funny. Yeah,
I love Australia. I love spending time in Australia. It's like,
Have you been to Australia, Mumbo?
yeah, my aunties and uncles live in Australia, so I've
neat.
been there a few times, and it's a great place, and the people are the best.
Yeah, I'd
Pearl-
like to go
Pearl makes me
to
laugh a lot.
Australia, but it's so far away. I can barely breathe to get to Los Angeles.
I mean, it is a stupid distance. It's a silly. They need to move Australia closer.
Yeah, is that
That's
possible?
the
Can we
only
get some
solution.
boats? Maybe some rope?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
New
yep.
Zealand as well. That was silly. Like going
Yeah.
to film the Minecraft movie and stuff like that. It was like a 31-hour flight, which is quite aggressive.
That is
That's a
very
long flight.
aggressive.
Holy.
Yeah, I mean there was like so it's 31 hours of flying. I think 2 hours of layover. So yeah, but
Wow.
honestly, I don't know. I'm so frazzled. Like that when I came back from Patagonia, my trip back from Patagonia was like 60 hours. So I'm just like completely frazzled on what's a long flight anymore.
60 hours. And didn't you
Yeah.
come back and Heathrow was like, we ran out of
Heathrow
power?
caught fire. Yeah, the plane ran out of fuel and then had to emergency land, and then that meant that I missed my flight to Heathrow. But then Heathrow caught fire anyway, so then everything got messed up.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
That's man, I didn't get to say it earlier, but man, Patagonia that's like, oh, that looks like such a cool place. That's one of the places my aunt, when she traveled in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, like that was one
I
of the
bet that was
places she
amazing
went.
in the 70s and 80s. Wow.
She went to Nepal back then. Like
That's so high on my list. Yeah.
yeah, could you imagine going to Nepal in like the 80s, at like 81?
Yeah.
I think it was.
But what I can't understand, like, so I turn up to Patagonia. Like, Patagonia is I'd say pretty easy, but like, I can't imagine flying to like Nepal pre-internet.
Yeah, pre-internet.
Like
Yes.
you just turn up, you're just like, I hope I can work something out here.
That's what's
Like,
cool. That's what I look back at. I was like, she went there like pre-internet, the cell
Yeah.
phones, all of that.
just vibing.
Just showed up and found her way through the country. Like that's what
Crazy.
I look back and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
$3. Have you seen
Like when I was in
Mumbo's old tweets
Patagonia,
about
like we were
Joel
doing
stopping
tracking and
Call
stuff.
of
It's like
Duty
I had like a
videos?
GPS map.
He was
I
a
had like a bunch of
hardcore
backup
fan.
batteries. Like I had the ability to, like, yeah, sure, we were camping and stuff, and it like, yeah, you're hiking around and there's no access to like most things, but at the end of the day, it's like nothing. You'd have to do something so unimaginably stupid for it to go seriously wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas like, yeah, back in the day, I just can't imagine just like how insane you'd have to be.
Nowadays, you know where you're at, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Back
yeah.
then, no GPS, no
No.
phones,
No.
none of that.
And you can't
You
just
got-
find stuff out. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just like look up. Even like weather, right? Like the fact that I would have like a fairly up-to-date weather forecast for the next week makes it so much safer to be in like slightly hostile environments. I
Yeah.
can't imagine being like out in like in Patagonia, and then you just go to bed one night and wake up the next morning and just unexpectedly have like 140-mile-an-hour winds or something. You're like, oh, didn't see that coming. I haven't packed anything for this. Oh well. Guess I've got to somehow navigate back to the bus pickup point where the bus comes hopefully every 4 days. I don't know. Nobody's told me. You know.
I guess you just have to schedule some extra days, you know, just in case. Like, you know, if you can't find your way, you know, you're looking at the map and, you know, it turns out that's an old map and that road washed away. Like, you know, that map's from like 1920 and it's like 1981 right now. And you're like,
Yeah.
Everything would just work out okay. You just go and just.
Dude, that's my philosophy, Cub. When I get in the car and someone's like, okay, what's the directions? And I'm like, we're going to go that way and eventually we'll make it.
And we'll make it. Yeah.
We'll make it eventually.
No, but I just love. I love reading old like rock climbing stories of people doing these crazy routes, and they'll have like a hand drawn like topo map that says like, you know, follow this crack, and then it's got like a hand drawn, and then it's like there's probably a tree around about 100 meters up. If it's to your left, you're on the right track, sort of thing. Whereas now, like, you know, you have like all these fancy apps that have the pictures of the route, and then they have like detailed breakdowns of where you should go, and like, yeah.
I think
people back in the day were rugged.
They were, and I think when you planned a trip, say to Bhutan or Nepal or any of those places like where she traveled so much, that when you back then before the internet. You also had a lot more human interaction because, like, if you want to know the weather, you might go down and ask somebody, or you might talk to them about these places. Nowadays, you have your phone up against your face like this, and you're like, we're gonna go to the cafe down Route 3, and it's one block, and like maybe you didn't ask the person at the desk something, and that person might have told you about like a cool like side alley that has like an art, just
100%
missing those things, I think.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I'd 100% agree with that. And it is hard, right? Because it's hard to not rely on the phones.
It's hard. It's not easy. Because it's attached to your hip. I mean, literally, even a few years ago, people used to like hook them to their belts, and they were on like a spring release, and it like popped out. You remember those cell phones?
Jem just flipped a bunch of your trapdoor, Scar. I hate to be a snitch. All right, because Jem could definitely take me in a fight.
Oh my god! Yeah, Jem could take me in a fight.
What did I do to you?
No, because Scar was talking about how your trapdoors kept getting flipped.
Yeah, and I didn't do that one. I just caught a stray there. So then I got on and decided if I'm gonna get blamed, I may as well come and start.
Yeah, but I can't look. Scar has been very gracious and allowed me to talk about rock climbing for now probably about 18 minutes. Would you be right, Scar?
I like it. I'm really interested in it.
So I have to defend my boy.
This is now the Mumbo
Scar
Lore
has
stream
to
at this
allow
point.
that. He talks about Disney for hours on end.
We're balancing out today, Jem. The chat's loving it. They're like, we're getting something new today. It's not the same old.
They should make a Disney climbing gym. Like, there's a lot of possibilities there. You know?
I mean, they have the Wide World of Sports at Disney World. There could be a gym there.
There we go. There we go. I mean, I'm trying to think of how you can actually make it. Like, I'm trying to think of things that you could combine. You could definitely do like some kind of like themed rock climb experience that like required. Yeah, there's a way.
Jem is going to Flatmore trapdoors. Look. Just looking for more. There's a lot.
How did you do this clock, by the way? What on earth?
Oh, Hoffman designed that.
Is that a custom model again?
Yeah, it's a custom model.
This is insane.
Have you seen the zoo, Mumbo?
Not properly, to be fair.
Mumbo, you got to see the zoo. You got to see the zoo. You got to see the zoo. You got to see the zoo.
Let's go. I mean, I've sin the entrance to the zoo because I absolutely love the googly eyes.
Yeah, that's the work of Jeb and Green.
I know that wasn't. I know that wasn't you. And I feel bad because obviously this entire build is incredible. All right, I just want that known, Scar.
No fireworks leading up, though, Scar. No fireworks yet. Very sad.
We gotta make that happen. We gotta make that happen.
This will always be a mouth now. It can never.
Yeah, even with the eyes gone. Even with the eyes gone, they're going to be there in spirit.
I mean, even with the chains with the lights, those are like its teeth. It's crazy.
Teeth, yeah.
I'm trying to coerce Impulse into making this automated. I'm trying to like subtly like wouldn't it be great if this was automated ticketing?
What do you mean, like automated?
Like if you
as in,
threw a
like,
ticket into the like a just like threw it into something, it sucks it up, brings down the pistons, so it's like a
Oh, that's
turnstile.
like that's easy.
Yeah,
I can do
I
that
think
right
a
now.
Mumbo will do
yeah, maybe
it.
Mumbo. You got a little spare time?
You just start winking at enough redstoners. Eventually, it'll happen.
Yeah, that sounded. Oh, you know what? I take it a little bit personally that you would bring it up, but then say I'm going to try and get Impulse to do it. I'm here, Scar. Like if you
Cub's
need-
here too.
I don't know. You're
It is
busy with the
insulting what
climbing,
you're
the
doing.
mountain climbing, and I got
No,
Cub
yeah.
already to do the fireworks on the walk
Yep.
up.
Yep.
I for 4.5 extra minutes of talking about rock climbing, I'll build it for you. That can be your payment.
All right, look at this. Look at this. This is the hamburger hut.
Yeah, I
Hamburger
love it.
hut. Did you see the hamburger? Check out the hamburger. Look at the hamburger. It's
You
delicious.
need like your
Horrible.
own
Horrible
you need-
hamburgers.
Delicious
the dolphin.
hamburger. It's a little.
This is not
It's a
very-
little sea salt in it, but
I'm
other
putting some
than that-
protest signs out here.
As a vegetarian man, this is not on. Is that a dolphin?
No, why would you think it was
Yes,
a
it's
dolphin?
a dolphin. What do you
Dolphin,
mean?
you guys are
Wow.
crazy.
Very ethical, Scar. Very
Thank
cool.
You know, there's entire documentaries about this sort of thing, Scar. Yeah,
Wave one just came out of the ocean.
really.
Ah, the
Goodness
ocean. It's
me.
vast and wide, full of room for there's plenty of plenty of
there's
fish
plenty
in the
of
sea,
dolphins.
as I like to say. Plenty of fish. Oh, Mumbo, I'm so sorry. Chat did ask me about making something more vegetarian. Got hot dogs, the most unvegetarian thing in.
No. They could be vegetarian hot dogs.
These are
Okay.
almost not meat anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
There's,
true.
There's very little meat in it.
These are nether dogs. These are nether dogs.
Nice.
All right, without spoilers, you can come see my zombies all dying over here. Oh my
Cool.
Gem, no, you got the trapdoors over here too.
What? Why
Right,
am I
Jem.
catching so many strays? I've been playing Repo for a week straight.
Jam, you need to stop that.
Yeah, Gem,
it
come
wasn't-
on.
Come on now. Come on now.
Oh,
All right,
it's
I've actually lost.
definitely Gran or something.
I've
This guy
lost.
has a dolphin burger, Scar.
It's a hamburger. It's not a dolphin burger.
What was it meant to be?
It's,
Is it?
It's a
meant to be a
hamburger.
dolphin
It's a
burger.
hamburger.
What do you mean? It's definitely a dolphin.
It's a hamburger. I don't know how you can't notice
Hamburger
it's a
of the
hamburger.
sea.
A
Hamburger
Dolph
of the
burger.
sea.
A Dolph burger. A Finn burger. There's. Yeah, this is not good.
Unfortunately, there was like 7 to 8 zombies in here, and we've been trying to figure out how they're dying. Chat
Well-
thought maybe the magma blocks were slowly killing them as they walked over them, but
Yeah,
So-
well, 100% that would probably be
Yeah, that
it,
could be
Scott.
it.
yeah.
The thing that does damage to them is probably the thing that might be killing them. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
But yeah,
Where are
that's
these?
finally done. So this is the first exhibit that's complete.
This is ridiculously cool.
I figured that it needed I couldn't figure out how to end the exhibit, so I did like a jackknife fire truck at the back.
Where's that?
It's a fire truck in the
What does
back.
that mean?
The back.
Oh! I see. This is
That's so cool.
this
Just have a
is
siren that goes wee woo.
You're
wee,
so
woo,
good at
wee, woo.
vehicles. The vehicles
I'm
are so
terrible
hard.
at vehicles, Jim. Don't look closely. You'll
That's
be so
a good
disappointed.
vehicle.
The swing set is what's got me, to be honest with you.
You a big fan
That
of
swing set-
Terminator?
That swing set is 10 out of 10. Well, I haven't seen Terminator for a very long time.
So
A very long
this
time.
area was inspired by Terminator.
Okay.
And then the gas station is Fallout. And then
Okay,
the back is like a mixture of like I Am Legend back in Will
Yeah,
Smith's
okay.
pre-slap days, and then
Yeah. Pre-slap.
and Walking Dead.
Yeah. Okay. No, I can see that. This is really, really cool.
It's a Frankenstein's monster of 90s action movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Pale
really is.
leaves help so much here.
The what,
Yeah.
Jim?
What a thing.
The pale stuff, like this wasn't possible just like a version ago. This like pale moss. With the
Oh
dead
no,
corpse.
they like us now.
God,
they
it's
give us the
so
things that we
good.
want.
Here's the thing, right? So, because I recently did, probably about a year ago, I did a thing where I like looked at all the blocks that they've added, because you know there's like a subset of the community that will say like nothing new has been added to the game since XYZ, and it'll be like some crazy long update ago. Well, I looked at all the blocks that have been added, I think since Caves and Cliffs, because I think that was like what some would consider
Funny
to be
bone.
the first like controversial update. Would that be right? Or like
yeah, it's when
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
started getting grumpy for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like looked and I was like, basically every single one of these blocks are like the color palette for 99% of builds. Like, if I actually look at the blocks, like, it's all the tough blocks, copper blocks, like, bunch of different wood types, all the different, like, muds, packed muds, like, all... There's lots. Like,
Yeah.
They gave us
And
a
it's
lot
like,
of
if
building
you-
blocks.
Yeah.
yeah, like, if you actually look at any build, it's generally majority... Like, if you look at any of these, like, these aren't standout, like, futuristic builds or anything. Like, I wouldn't necessarily consider them to be, like, things that are, like,
Minecraft
hinge
tip
on
$3.
new blocks, if that makes any
Piscar.
sense. But if you
What's
actually
up?
look, it's like all mangrove, pale,
Yeah.
then roots, and then over here we've got packed mud, copper, all the copper stuff, all of the blackstone stuff, which I think might have even been in it. There was like things that surprised me. Maybe not blackstone, but deep slate was.
Yeah, Blackstone
it's
came
deep
out the
slate-
update before that.
Yeah. But still, so then deep slate, and then
You got the tough as well.
we've got
right
all
here.
the tough, yeah. And then I guess, I mean, even like brick has become more useful now because of the fact that mangrove and the packed mud exists.
Yes, correct.
Like, it was really hard to build with brick prior to the mangrove stuff.
Yeah.
Because really you only had, like, if you wanted to lean more red, like, you only really had the nether stuff, which is fine. Like, you've obviously used it in this build, and it does look great, but it is, like, it's a strong color. It's hard
Yeah,
to make
it
work,
is hard.
You know?
You're right, because that's such a great point. There are older blocks that are now more usable because they have more accents that can go with them. That's a really great observation.
Yeah, here's the thing. People keep talking about how I've gotten better at building. I don't think so. I think just the game's gotten better.
It has helped. But
No,
no,
easier. Yeah.
it's helped us. It's helped us builders. But no, Mumbo, you've learned like the
Have
fundamentals of
gotten
building.
better at building.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah.
team. Thanks, team.
You're so good.
Yep, that's what I was actually fishing for.
I can't
Yeah.
show you the other exhibit because that's still work in progress. That's spoilers behind us.
Okay.
Oh, I
But
see.
you can
that's
look
pretty
at it.
Incredible.
Yeah, you can look
Well,
at
you
it.
spent the
It's
past hour of your live
awesome.
stream in
It
my
reminds
base.
me of
that-
something from past seasons too.
It's fully
Really?
small, but
Yeah.
I'm so
yeah,
curious
definitely.
what this is.
Pass.
Am I able to go and look at it?
Yeah, I'll just.
Is it the thing behind you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll just walk this way, which I can't seem to. Oh, there we go. I didn't know I
I
had
really
the-
like this. And you know what?
See, Chad, this is building anticipation because I'm really excited for this
Yeah.
video. See,
Yeah, this is building hype.
yeah.
I can't believe you built that gigantic statue, though. That is crazy.
That is, it's impressive that you got the proportions right too.
Pedro
Everything-
Pascal. I mean, he's,
Oh, no.
like, he's a good-looking guy.
Amazing.
I wouldn't have chosen those underwear, though. I mean,
I did it
You
for
know.
my mods. They love him. I said the simplest thing the other day. I was like, man, he's in a lot of shows these days. And it set them off. And ever since then, it's been like Pedro meme after Pedro meme mixed in with a little bit of Stitch memeage. That's so funny
Yeah.
you brought that up.
he's been on my mind. He's been on my mind as well. Seems to be pretty
Apparently his
prominent on my
underpants, too.
Instagram. yeah, that's telling. No, this is super cool. And actually, I would like... This is quite inspirational, given that I'm thinking of doing something in a similar vein. Maybe in the future, in future seasons.
Oh, nice,
This is
nice,
very cool.
nice.
Oh,
That looks
My
epic.
yeah, my Pedro Pascal themed season 11 base is really going to come together.
Pedro Pascal. If there is not a statue of Pedro Pascal in there, I will be disappointed.
Gosh, Mumbo,
Jem-
every time I talk to you lately, you're obsessing over a new man. It's fun.
It's the Mumbo
Last
Lore
time
stream.
it was the rock climber dude.
Oh, Chris Sharma. Well, yeah, but that's
That was
fair
the
enough.
last time I spoke to you.
Yeah, because I shook his hand. I almost bumped into the man, and then I was enamored.
Oh, no, he's going again.
Yeah, no, that was like the highlight of my life. You know, that's the most happy I think I've ever been.
That's funny. All right. Cub, Gem. Where'd Gem go? I can't look behind me.
Yep.
Is Gem still
Yeah,
there?
We can all
just
we
don't
can all
look.
stand behind Scar, and he will never be able to look at us.
All right. Who's somebody you met celebrity wise that you were like, oh my god, like Mumbo was to this Pedro Pat
Chris Sharma.
Chris-
No, Chris Sharma.
Krishama.
Chat, look up Chris Sharma.
Chris Sharma. Cub. Do you have somebody?
oh man.
Have you met
You
somebody?
can say me. You can say me, Cub. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. You can say
I would-
Mumbo.
I'd probably say Obama. I met Obama.
You met what? Wait, what? That was not where I
so
thought
much more.
Come on!
Briefly, shook his hand. You know,
I've known you
said
forever.
hello.
You've never said this.
I didn't think it was, I never had an opportunity to mention it until now.
I would have found a way.
You've been holding that in? What?
What? I could throw Chris Sharma in the trash. What the heck?
I need a meme of Obama putting the medal on Cub. You know the meme, Chad. The Obama medal. I need that of Cub. When did this happen? Like,
Why?
This was when he was a candidate before he became president.
oh wow,
Oh
so
my
like
goodness.
26.
Yeah.
Before he was cool.
Yeah. He was visiting because he was a senator in Illinois, right? So,
Yeah.
Went to see him and was like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "I'm like, it's going well, man. How are you?" And he's like, "Oh
It's
well,
the most
you know."
Cub interaction ever.
Just a little brief, 30-second conversation. You know.
Wow. Okay.
The other guy would be Jeb. I've met Jeb.
Oh,
before.
Jeb. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeb's a good one.
Classy
Jeb's a good
individual.
He's a cool guy. Yeah, very
Cool guy,
cool. I spoke
important
with him
guy.
for a long time. Yeah.
one. Oh my gosh, that's the funny. That has sent me so much. That is so funny. Right, Jem, who's
Yeah.
yours? Again,
I haven't really met any celebrities.
it's probably me then.
Right, yeah, it's Mumbo.
Yeah, it's just Mumbo.
Maybe Agnes from Minecraft.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Oh, there
She's
you go.
very
But you-
cool
wait,
and very nice.
Yeah, but
don't
you
think I
met
met
Jack
Agnes.
Black and Jason Momoa and stuff.
Less cool than Agnes, but they're cool.
Yeah, maybe. What about you, Scar?
No, I was thinking, maybe Bob Gurr. Nobody would know who Bob Gurr is, but Bob Gurr is the Imagineer who designed the monorail, the Autopia, all that stuff at Disneyland.
No,
He's
that's
such
a
a
big
classy guy. I loved him. I did meet,
That's cool.
maybe a bit of a controversial fellow these days, but I met John Lasseter as probably the person I lost my mind when I got to meet twice. I did get to meet Bob Iger. He was actually
A lot of
nice.
Bobs.
I did. A long story short, I did get to see him cuss out somebody, so that was fun. That
Who's
was
Bob Iger? I don't know any of these people.
Bob Iger's the kind of the intrepid CEO of Disney.
Oh,
A bit of a
yeah,
love-hate relationship that most people have with him.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, he cussed out a guy. Whew, it was great. It was enjoyable. But yeah, I think it was when I met John Lasseter, that was because, Pixar guy, like all that stuff. That was cool to see. It was like, what year was that? That was 2007, I think. It was 2007.
Wow.
I see. Yeah.
But not as cool as Cub. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, Cub coming out with Obama is the funniest. That
Nobody can top that.
absolutely sent
It's
me.
so out of left field. I would never have
Yeah.
guessed that. I thought he would have said like
And it's
Neil
the
deGrasse
probably-
Tyson or
Probably is what makes that so funny to me as well. Like, that's not the obvious option. Like, he's pulling from like a bunch of Obama level people.
Yeah.
Probably Obama.
There's a physicist I keep thinking about. He's popular. He goes on the circuit like something.
Nye?
Oh man, no, it's he's got a funny name. Maybe the Sean mixed in there somewhere. I can't remember what his name is. I was picturing somebody like that, but
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever met any presidents or prime ministers, to be honest with you. I haven't really met anyone particularly, like, other than Jack Black and Jason Momoa, obviously on the set of the Minecraft movie. That was pretty cool.
Well, see, okay, all right. This is gonna sound okay.
Oh, this is gonna
So
get
you
good.
say
Who
you
else
say
have you met?
all right. Yeah, I did meet someone else on the kind of the same level of fame as Obama, I would say.
Is it gonna be like Donald Trump?
What?
I met Bill Clinton.
Oh my God.
I know.
Cub, you can't keep holding these people back.
Again, it was just a quick hello, how are you?
Yeah,
nice to
that's
meet you type
What?
thing.
Wait, you're 2 presidents in.
Yeah.
Is there any
yeah.
more?
No, those are the only two. Those are the only
Those
two.
are the only 2. You only
Yeah,
got 2.
Yeah.
Why? What? Cub.
Why are you meeting presidents?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Is he like a Secret Service operative or something?
No. I met him when I was a kid. This was way back. Like, it was a really cold day, like a freezing cold, and he was like, he literally hopped out of a car on like his route and like started like greeting people in my town, and I just happened to be like the next block over, so I was like, "Oh my god, he's here!" So me and my cousins all ran down the street, and we got to shake his hand. It was crazy.
So
it was crazy.
Are you in like a swing district or like what?
Yeah,
where is all this like attention of these presidential people?
Yeah, we got very fortunate in my town that we got a couple presidential visits. Al Gore visited too, but I didn't get to meet him.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
That's
because
crazy.
no presidential people ever like in a million years would come anywhere near like my states because they're not useful to them. So wow, that's wild.
Yeah, just got really fortunate.
Yeah. That's crazy. Anyone else over there, Cub?
No, those are the two big ones, I would say.
Are there any other like I just need to know? Are there like
let me think. Let me think.
Outside of political stuff, is there anyone that you've met that is?
I've got something funny. You want to see something funny?
Some sports figures, but not a whole lot of like you wouldn't. I don't think you'd know them. They're kind of obscure sports figures.
Yeah.
Look, if you can see on my stream, I found something recently. There's this picture on my screen. There's an older gentleman, distinguished, large hat, a rifle, and a dog. This is my great grandpa, the first, like, probably one of the first relatives of mine that have been photographed. This was taken in 1840, I think, or maybe.
Cool. Who's the dog?
I don't know who the dog is.
That's a good dog.
Yeah. And so we're going back,
crazy.
but there may be two presidents that I'm related to that we're tracing right now, but this guy for sure. And like he was in the Revolutionary War. He had a Revolutionary War pension, and he's just chilling with his dog and a hat. And
is that a big old gun? Is that
it's a big gun, dude. I've nominated him Cool Guy of the Week.
Yeah, he came out with that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Wait. This guy had a Revolutionary War pension, and there's a photograph of him.
Yes, right. He lived to 88 or 80 something. He was in the Revolutionary War. We think because he had a pension. We think because he was around 14 to 15 to 16, somewhere in there when he was in the war. And that.
So then this is like 1870s, 1880s, then, probably.
Well, the earliest photo was taken in like 1820. 1830.
This is mad.
And there's photos of the presidents we think were related to prior to this. So I don't know. It's we're trying to track like this particular photo because we've never seen this one before.
How do you even come across this?
My aunt did a lot of research back in the day, so there's like a good amount of stuff. The what's the other thing? We did trace we traced back my grandpa's mom's side, I think, to 1691 of coming to the United States, and then they traced that back then into like been down the rabbit hole a little bit lately on the genealogy.
That's crazy.
But I nominated that guy cool Guy of the Week, right? The hat, the dog, the gun.
Yeah, that is pretty rad.
Could you imagine having a conversation with that guy? Like, what kind of life?
I love like the idea. Like, I love old photos because you just have to imagine like how much of a big deal it was to take that.
Yeah,
like,
right.
That would have been like, and then like why, like how still that dog will have sat. Like,
and we're still trying to track down this.
Boy.
We're still trying to track down the dates exactly. We're still trying to figure that out. But that photo was one we've never seen before. And I also found this other relative that wrote a book at some point, like in 1850 or 60. He wrote a book. I'm like, I want to find the book.
Nothing cool.
I want to find the book.
I got nothing cool.
You got cool stuff. You just have to find it. You just have to look. You got to get deep in there.
I think my granddad was like pretty involved in helicopters. That's all I know.
Oh. Now you get in the ancestry. You'll find some crazy people. I bet there's a king in there, Mumbo. I bet there's a king.
Yeah, there's always a king.
There's got to be. At least, maybe even at minimum, bare minimum, a duke.
I don't know. I think I'd probably give Baker energy.
Baker energy.
I'd say like we'll go back through my genealogy and they'll be like, we've never seen this before. It's all Bakers. There's not a single person that's not a Baker. You know? I don't know. I
Baker's
feel
a
like
respected profession, though.
No,
That's a
I mean,
respected
look, I
profession.
love bakers. They're my favorite.
We can't not have
Like-
bread. Bread's important.
Yeah.
Bread's the best.
I mean, if you
It's
do a
bakers
baker,
all the way down for me.
if you had a baker in your family, like owned a bakery, dude, that'd be
That'd
like
be cool.
that's cool guy of the week right there. That's cool
Maybe
guy
I
of the
could
week.
become a baker.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be the baker in my family.
Could be a baker.
Hmm. Maybe
There's a lot of side quests you have.
Keep the family tradition alive, I guess. No, I think a lot of my family were actually tailors. To be fair, in all seriousness, now that I'm thinking about it, I think because I've got a pretty fancy, cool surname, and I think it was Taylor's.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I know absolutely nothing. But I'm fairly certain there's tailors, which would have been useful for the Minecraft movie premiere because I realise I have no suits. But sadly, all my relatives are dead, so no tailors for me.
Missed out on that.
I hope that photo and that guy checks out once we figure it out because that would be cool. Oh. It's fun to look back if you can. If you can like trace back certain people and go back, you can find some interesting stuff. I know, like closer to like nowadays, my grandpa's dad or his dad came to San Francisco and like built his own house, like built his own like one of those houses and like I just feel like people he just came here and like worked on his house for a while, just threw some boards, and I don't know, it's just such a different life than we live today where you gotta I don't know. Or you could just like, I'm gonna get the Sears catalog and I'm gonna get my tools and I'm just gonna slowly assemble a home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of like being able to construct like some of my favorite videos to watch, like people building stuff like cabins and things, and I always pine over the idea of having like a little
We were just talking about that with Etho, cabin core. Are you a cabin core guy, Mumbo?
Big time. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, cabin
I'm all about
core.
the cabins. Get Jem. Actually, I was looking at you, Jem, your photos the other day from your lovely X100 VI. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
very excited. Yeah, Newfoundland looks really, really cool, and like
You would really like it here, and I
Yeah.
think you should come.
I think I should. I love like because you've got like those sort of like wooden like brightly coloured like sort of
Yeah,
like,
it's all
houses.
very bright. It's
Yeah.
all along the coast. There's so many good
So
hiking
cool.
trails. It's very rural and like
It does
yeah.
sound cool. It does sound cool. Like that's the sort of place I would probably just walk around. Like it just looks. It's like I hate the term. It's a cinematic place, but like it just feels like somewhere where it's so different from what I'm used to that it would really feel like I was in a movie all the time. Like,
You
sometimes
would
go-
you
yeah.
would love it.
And the glacier.
Yeah.
Did you see the glacier, Mumbo?
The icebergs. Yeah.
Oh
Or
yeah,
the
no, I did
iceberg.
see the
Yeah.
iceberg.
The iceberg.
Yeah.
Enormous.
That's outrageous.
Big
That
icebergs.
That's like what
See,
would take
the
down the
fact-
Titanic.
the fact that
Wait,
you
the
have icebergs
Titanic
in your
sunk.
daily life.
Out of
Like-
Newfoundland.
Off the
What?
coast, yeah.
Off the
Is
coast.
that where it sunk?
Newfoundland is the closest shore to the Titanic.
Oh my goodness.
Is that where they took the survivors?
It's far off. It's quite far
think
off.
so.
The Titanic
I
sank
think
in the
so.
middle of the ocean, but
Yeah. But the fact that like icebergs are like a part of your daily life is crazy.
only in the spring, and it's
Right.
all it really does is make the weather really miserable because it's just cold.
Wait.
Because of the iceberg. No.
Did they
You
ever
have
find
to
that-
imagine that in order for icebergs to come in, the wind has to come down from the Arctic
Yeah. That's
for
a
a
problem.
significant period of time.
Yeah.
And
problem.
so when there's great icebergs, there's also great north wind, and it is cold. And it
What's
hasn't.
cold? What's cold for
Ever
you?
find the
It's-
polar bear, Jem? I find that polar bear was out there.
I think they relocated it. Yeah, sometimes the polar bears
Oh, they
end up
did,
coming in
okay.
on the ice too, and
Did they
don't-
just
they're
kind
not
of
really meant
ride
to
in
be
on the
here, but
iceberg, just chilling? Like,
They end up here. Yeah, sometimes they hitch a ride.
what about sea lions?
Well, it's
like, do you have
2
sea
degrees
lions?
Celsius right now.
Is that toasty?
Well, you know what 2 degrees Celsius
No,
feels
but
like.
I'm just saying for you, because like for me, I'm like, yeah, that's freezing cold.
Well,
like that's-
you know, when you're getting, it's almost June, and it would just be maybe nice if there was some sun.
June, and it's yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I don't
Like
know why
it's
I'm
2 degrees
surprised by the
Celsius
month.
right now,
It's
in
the
this
same month.
moment, today.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's not nice.
Yeah.
But it is nice. The icebergs are nice, and the whales are nice, and you should come.
I guess
kind
that's
of
mad
wells?
because you're not at elevation, right? Like I'm used to like I go to cold places, but it's because they're at elevation, so then it's like that makes sense. You are just in a cold place.
It's just cold. Yeah, it means that we don't really get a spring because once that north wind stops, then it's just summer. It's like 2 degrees, and then the next day it's like 20 degrees, and there's
That's
no
so
like,
confusing.
oh, it's a lovely 10 degrees. Nuh-uh.
Do you have to
That's
grow your
so
vegetables inside, like under like a grow light, so they can get a start at it, or when do you plant your garden?
You can't grow some things. You can grow root vegetables really well, but my vegetables are not planted yet. June, end of June, you can plant.
That's mad.
Yep, but you should all come and visit because it's very aesthetic, and I can take even more pictures if you need to be convinced. Because now I've got my cool camera, and I really need to work out all the recipes because some of my recipes were way too orange for that scenery. But I'm working on it.
Oh no, I can give you some cool ideas for some recipes and things. There's some good ones.
Please.
I will happily send over. I will happily discuss various different X100 settings and things.
How's your new camera, Mumbo? Like last I talked to you, you were getting a new camera.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Leica life.
The Leica life. It is a lifestyle.
It is. Look, there is something slightly embarrassing about like if you look at the hashtag of any other camera, like it's normally photos taken with the camera.
Yeah.
Whereas whenever you look at pictures, like the hashtags for Leica, it's just people taking pictures of their camera. Like it's definitely a bit of like a style, lifestyle-y kind of falling into like luxury. Like there's a lot of non-photographers who seem to own Leicas, which is confusing given how expensive Leicas are.
Yeah, but it's such a cool camera. It is such a cool camera.
Cool. And like for Patagonia and stuff, it's because obviously it's like
you brought it there.
Something... Yeah. I mean, I treat this camera so badly.
Oh no!
It has been in the bottom of rucksacks that have filled with water. It has been in sandy beaches, like in the sand.
What's a testament to the quality?
That's good for cameras though. You gotta scratch them up. You gotta get them out there.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea. Like in 10 years' time, this thing is gonna be like scuffed and like all the paint's gonna be like off it. And it's going to be like scratched.
Yeah.
Hopefully not the lens. Like preferably not the lens.
Yeah, just not the lens.
Yeah.
As long as the lens covers on, then scratch it.
Oh no, I see. I don't use a lens cover gem because then that takes too much time when I see a nice thing.
It is true. It's really annoying to cover around a lens cap.
so no lens cap for me. And yeah, like for Patagonia and stuff, it's the best because it's like 65 megapixel. The lens is like ridiculously sharp. So although it's a bit like the X100 VI and X100V, it's like a fixed lens. You can crop in pretty nicely, and it just meant like pictures of the glacier and stuff, still look really nice, and I could crop in quite significantly, even though,
it's a fixed focal length, but
yeah. So like it's kind of like a street photography camera. It's full frame, which is like the difference between the Leica and the Fuji cameras. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. Like it's one of those cameras. It is a little bit like cheaty. It almost feels cheaty because it is one of. It's so annoying, and I hate these sorts of terms. But like, there is definitely like something to the pictures when they come straight out the camera, and I'm just like, they already look pretty good. And then you like put like a base color grade on it, and then like you just have like infinite dynamic range. Like you do have to do something pretty spectacular to shoot something really ugly on it, which is yeah.
What's its
like, don't get me wrong.
resolution that you can crop in so hard?
So it's like I think it's 65 megapixels, which is like, but the main. So here's the thing, I'm gonna talk numbers here. So I bought my Leica Q3 used, I think, for about £3,000, which is about $4,000. Mm-hmm. So pretty expensive for like what is effectively a single use. Like it's basically like a niche camera, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't change the lens or anything like that.
Yeah.
That being said, they do cost like £6,500 new. So that's like,
new, more.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, the lens on it, if you were to just buy like the Summicron 28mm lens, it's kind of like $6,500-7,000.
Yeah, more than the camera body. Checks out with cameras.
So then so then like you're basically getting this is the maths that I did to justify my own purchase. You're basically getting a free camera with the lens. Like if I was just buying the lens, then it would be the same amount.
I see what you mean. I get there in the end.
So basically the lens on the camera is like beautiful. Like it's got the nicest fall off, all the sort of like nerdy photography terms and like filmmaker terms that people use, where it's like the micro contraster is really nice, the flare control is really nice, it has like all sorts of like the way that the bokeh forms is really beautiful, and yeah, so like the main selling point of the camera is the fact it has this like insane lens on it at all times, and yeah, it just makes everything look
I miss
pretty.
taking pictures so much.
You're gonna make me buy another camera. Stop it.
I should work for like some of these companies, shouldn't I? Like genuinely.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, man.
You should definitely be getting commission on this.
Well, no, what was it that I was selling everyone on? No, it might have been cameras. To be fair, it normally is cameras. I get so excited, and it is like. Thing is, I do think I do love phones are incredible, but there is something about like a photo from a camera yeah.
Photo. Because I've just gotten this camera.
Yeah.
It's the first camera I've had in a while,
yeah.
and I just even a selfie. I like took it with my iPhone, and I was like, God, no, it has to be the stupid Fujifilm.
Yeah.
Like it just looks so flat on the iPhone. It just
It does. Yeah, you don't really notice it, but it's sort of.
It's
difference.
weird.
Well, there's a lot of compensating the phone does with iOS and like tons of stuff it'll do.
The phone is like over processing it at this point.
Yeah.
And you can't control it. There's no like just let me take a bad picture phone. Like let me adjust my own.
Yeah, I think that is the
gotta
thing,
be automatic,
right?
user friendly though. Come on.
Well, that's what happens when the Aurora was going on, and like I took it with my good camera, and then people are like, my phone did a better job, and I'm like. Yeah, let me download that picture and like barely zoomed in a little bit and the whole picture falls apart. Like mine you can blow up like 5 times the size, for like a big wall post. It's like there's a difference between those. It's the phone will fall apart really quick when you zoom in, especially if you put it on a computer, print it, things like that.
Yep. It just had artificial stuff too that it doesn't look good. The cameras are real.
Yeah. No, I mean I will always have a camera with me, and like the cameras that we're talking about, like definitely the Leica is like, I mean to call it pocketable would be a push. Like the X100V and the X100VI is like the perfect size. Like that my old X100V literally it went everywhere with me. Like I just used to stuff it in pockets and like throw it around. Whereas I like the Leica, I probably take around with me a little bit less than I used to take the Fuji. Just it is a tiny bit bigger and probably twice as heavy. Yeah.
But I do need recommendations on a new camera because as much as I love this boy,
it's Sony.
It's too heavy, and like I can't lug this around very easily. So I need
honestly,
I need a little bit smaller camera than this.
Would you be like is this for vlogging stuff?
Oh my god.
I've no longer got the stream up. No, I literally just closed it.
Ow! That
I kind of wanted to see you get absolutely.
That was a big camera.
That hurt.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like I need a smaller camera. Like I don't go out and take pictures because it's too heavy. Like it's
honestly like depending if you're filming. This is my really rubbish. Like probably a Sony RX100, like one of the like really small compact cameras would probably be like more than good enough. I think if you're maybe like do you have an A7C or do you have the A7S something?
I have the A7C. That's the camera I'm using for the stream. And that's what I film my ads on and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
That's manageable. Yeah, that's manageable. Yeah. Something like that, but the other
maybe
camera weighs 3-4 pounds. Like it's crazy.
Maybe swap them. So use your fancy camera as your perma camera, which is probably the one that you use more anyway. And then the A7C is your like photography camera.
I can't get it to work as a webcam. I've tried.
Oh really?
Yeah, I got it in 2013 or something. It's just like a little too old to make it 100% work for it. It's
honestly, if you want a photography camera, like I can't not recommend a Fuji X100 series camera. Like they are literally the best cameras probably in the world. Like for an everyday person, there's just they're just the most fun. They are just like, yeah, it's a fixed lens. Realistically though, who cares? Because it's like it's a focal length that is like really similar to the way you perceive the world almost. Like it's like a slightly it's like a slightly wider than your visual field focal length. So then if you're walking down the street and you see something cool, you literally just like pull up the camera and take a picture, and it's like, oh yeah, it does look cool. you know?
Yeah, well, I figured like if you had a camera like that is lightweight and you actually want to bring it somewhere, but if you need like if you're going to Yosemite or you're going to Glacier or something, you bring this puppy,
the big one
that has like a piece of glass on the front that weighs 1.5 pound bulb on the front. My younger self hates my current self because all my best pictures were taken with a Nikon like N7. It's like a 6mm camera, or not millimeter. I mean 6 pixel camera, and that's all my pictures that I have blown up all around the house. And it's like now I have this fancy camera I never use because it's too heavy for me to even. Then it discouraged me from actually going out and taking pictures.
Yeah, but the thing, like, this is the thing, right? Like the 6 megapixels, like, it's pretty. You'd be surprised. Like, it's one of those things that we get so tied up now.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're doing crazy
maybe
cropping,
12.
like if 6 is maybe a push, but
it was 12. I think it was 12. It was 12.
But 12 is like more than enough. You know, like realistically, the with my like Leica, which is 60 megapixels. The only time that I ever use the actual 60 megapixels is if I'm cropping in. You know, like if I'm because it's got a 28 millimeter lens, I think, or 23. I can't actually 28 millimeter lens. Like if I'm cropping to something that's like the equivalent of 50 mil, then it's actually useful. Gosh, we are all in on the camera talk right now.
This is great though. I got a Pocket Osmo 3 too, Scar. It finally came.
I'm so jealous.
I think you would like that for like TwitchCon and stuff.
I was gonna get it last year, but I didn't. And
for
then
TwitchCon, it's great.
And then I was gonna get it for the charity event, but I didn't know until the day before if I was gonna end up going. And now they're all out of stock, Jem. I can't buy it on BH Photo. Can't buy it on Amazon.
You could definitely get like you could have a 360 camera like perma mounted to your chair.
That would be fun. Well, I talked to you, Mumbo.
Like the ones that go on the sticks?
Yeah.
Well, I talked to you a while ago, Mumbo, how much I want to do like some kind of like long distance off-road wheelchair thing for like charity. You put that camera on there, live stream
so
it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be so good.
Cruise the man, yeah, I do want to do that.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm still down to do some cross America on wheels action. Like I will cycle, I'll ride the bicycle.
I got all the supplies because I've got the muscle. I got the muscle of the big car.
Yeah.
I got it fixed. It's all fixed up. The stabilizer on the back that kept the seat like whatever. I had it like tied down with rope for a long time.
Nice.
I got like a welder, like a big burly fella. He got in there and he welded it all. And then and he's like, dude, you bring this back, we could add like a roll cage to it. We could add all sorts of stuff to it. I'm like, oh, well then, that sounds great.
That's pretty cool. No, I mean, I would love to do something like that. I'll need to have a look at my because I think best time of year to do cross America or like anything anything is probably like spring and then maybe autumn if it's obviously shorter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be cross America. That's ambitious. That's
ambitious. Yeah, that's ambitious.
It's ambitious. But cross state or something would be still. The United States is way too big, so cross state is still huge.
Cross state, any of the states that I live in are like 800 miles, so there's plenty of room.
That's the whole of England.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, no, that would be so fun. And I haven't really ridden my bike so much lately, and I've been meaning to.
Well, you're rock climbing. You're killing it up on the mountains.
Too busy, yeah. Too busy powered by my little fingertips. To do anything with my legs.
I've just bought a bike. I've been telling everybody I'm in my Mumbo era.
Your Mumbo era.
Yeah, that is. You know
Mumbo
what?
era from 3 years ago.
You're 3 years behind me, and then you've got an X100V, and you are now, now you're on your bike.
Gosh, I've got a lot of expensive cameras in my future if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an expensive future for you because. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Prepare.
Maybe I'll skip the rock climbing. That seems expensive as well.
No, rock climbing's the cheapest one until you start getting into like more rope stuff. Or, like,
you get deep into the rope, the threads.
Yeah.
What types of like projects are you working on for rock climbing, Mumbo? Are you like a 5-6A guy? Are you like a?
No, yeah.
I love Cub coming in with the stats and facts here. This is great.
This is cool. No, I kind of climb like sport climbing grades like 6C, which is like maybe
really
6C
good.
plus, or
Dang.
maybe it depends on area, because like England is famously really like it's known as sandbagged. We basically grade things harder than they actually are. Or
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
we grade things a little bit. Yeah, so say like something outdoors will like all the grades are just kind of shifted. So then when you go to like Spain, like a 6C plus in England, in certain parts of England will probably feel like a 7A in Spain. And then France is like really comes and goes. Like some areas are really sandbagged, some areas not so much. Like definitely areas like anything that's like old school, so like areas around Chamonix, and like the kind of like original alpinism hubs will be like super hard grading, and they'll be really polished.
They've been climbing those for ages, and
yeah.
Back in the day, they were like, "This is."
Yeah, exactly. So then it's like, but yeah, that's probably about what I climb at. And then indoors kind of comes and goes. Bouldering, I'm pretty bad at bouldering, not that powerful, and I'm really tall, which for like overhanging boulders, because I have about one abdominal muscle.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just like I've got so much length to not like to hold into the wall, so I'm so bad at that sort of thing. And then slab is scary.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good. That's good, man. That's
Wow.
good.
How about you? Do you do any climbing or anything like that? Like coming in?
No. I do watch a lot of climbing videos though.
Oh, cool.
Like,
what sort of videos do you watch? I'm curious.
People in the gym, like how to do certain holds and like how to
cool.
transition from one hold to another and swing. You gotta swing like the way out.
Big
Cub, you got to
dinos.
get in the gym. You got to get on the rock climbing.
Yeah. Like it's kind of difficult because I'm in Illinois, so it's like a
It's got to
flat.
be at least a gym. You
Oh
know?
no! Honestly, though, like I would say, genuinely, climbing gyms are more. Yeah. No, okay. No, you're gonna have to take this with a pinch of salt. Like, so here's the thing: climbing in gyms, I would say, is probably more fun from a climbing perspective than maybe climbing outdoors.
Because of
Like,
the air
if you were to
conditioning.
look. The air conditioning is one thing. Like you also have to think like a route setter has like placed the holds in such a way that it's gonna climb in a fun way, if that makes sense. Like they're gonna force interesting movements and like they're gonna force you to do fun body positions. Whereas like obviously climbs outdoors, they just are. They just exist. Like they haven't been manufactured in any meaningful way. So then
Plus you got better holds too, right, in the gym than usually typically.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then like as you start getting harder, like the holds will.
You do
like,
crimps, Mumbo? You do crimp holds?
Yeah, I'm a crimpy.
That? Yeah.
I'm a crimpy one.
Right.
Yeah, like I enjoy crimps. So crimps for you guys who don't climb are like really small holds that require you like kind of roll your fingers over, and then like roll your thumb over your fingers. Yeah,
more or less, yeah.
That's like traditional outdoor. So as you start doing more outdoor climbing, you probably have to start training more crimpy stuff, because outdoors is like pretty crimpy, because rock kind of fractures in certain ways. It gives you just small edges. But then I do a lot of like board climbing. Like I have a climbing board in my house, which is basically like a really steep, like really steep board with so ours is at like a 40-degree angle, overhanging with like really bad crimpy holds on, and that's to train your fingers.
Do you have one of the fancy ones where you can like make a path upward? With
no. So I like built it myself. No, those are like really fancy.
Yeah, those are like super.
like,
I've seen a couple of videos on those. I'm like, this good? Oh,
Like they're called like kilter boards, and then you've got the moon boards, which is by Ben Moon, who's like a UK climbing legend, and then there's like a few others, and like tension boards and stuff. But ours is what's called like a spray wall, or like a woody. In England, you'd call them a woody, which is like a really old school climbing. Yeah, England is like famous for having these like dingy cellars underneath their houses with just like, or like basements, I suppose would be called, like with just these like moldy wooden boards in them that are super steep with really ratty, horrible holds on that the English climbers train really hard on. And yeah, so I've got one of those that I made myself, which was funny. So it's replaced our TV. It's literally just like in the center of our room.
Did you take the TV down and replace it with the
climbing wall?
The wood board?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
That's cool.
I was just like, oh man, all I do is watch rubbish on TV. Like, I'd rather just stare at a climbing board. And then the problem is, you'll sit on the sofa and you'll be like, you'll be sat there, and there's only so long you can stare at a climbing wall before you're like, I'll play around on it for a bit.
That's
and then you end up climbing a ton.
Do you go on feel Mumbo, or do you go on you plan out your route? Like, I'm gonna put my left hand here, then the right hand goes up, then I'm gonna swing out the leg.
Yeah,
or do you do a little bit of both?
Yeah, I mean, you'll kind of sit like, look, if I think I'm gonna flash it, which as a climbing term means do it first go.
Yep.
Like, if I think there's a chance I will flash it, then I will take it seriously and try and like plan out what I'm gonna do from the ground. But if I think it's gonna be a really hard project, then I'll probably just feel out the moves a little bit. Or if I think it's gonna be really easy, then normally I'll pull on and then think it's going to be easy, and then miss a hold entirely, and then fall off and be really upset that I didn't see like a foot out somewhere,
Yeah,
So.
cool. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
But yeah, okay. I think I've gone so over budget with climbing related talk.
I like the climbing talk. It gave Chad a whole new thing to think about. We didn't talk about Star Wars. We only talked briefly about Disney at one point. Very small little thing.
I mean, like I'm trying to think
fresh.
of all
It's fresh for them. It's new.
I mean, there's like all sorts of like. There's so many different. Because I do now have your chat open, and I see like people discussing like climbing terminology and stuff. And yeah,
the chat loves their terminology. They
like, I realize
they're
now
really into
it's so like there's like crimps, slopers, there's like cracks, fist jams, nuts, cams, like all this sort of stuff that I use. They're terms that I use all the time that I now realize are like very much not normal terms.
Yeah, like I have that too. Things I say, and then people are like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Are you a chalk guy, Mumbo? You chalk up like to an insane degree.
Oh, you have to have.
You got the bag. You can do the big clap, the LeBron clap.
Yeah. Got my chalk bag. I've got like what else? Yeah, climbing shoes. I mean, I can talk like my climbing shoes. My climbing shoes are downturned, aggressive climbing shoes that are good for toe hooks and heel hooks.
Oh yeah,
and
there you go.
They smell horrendous, so I actually had to put a little box on the outside of our van so that when we're doing like multi-month long climbing trips, the climbing shoes
can't even
aren't
keep them
the van.
in the same space.
No, you can't have them in the van. I mean, here's the thing.
We
I'm
lost
Gem. Gem's gone. Gem's like, I am out. Gem was fine with the camera talk, but this is too much.
This is too much.
Just going over to Pedro Pascal and seeing what's up.
Yeah.
You know what the sport that I really wanted to try was the.
Go on.
I'm. It's 4 hours in the stream. I can't even think of what it is. But you have a surfboard and then you have the sail. So, or not surfboard. It'd be more like a wakeboard maybe. But you strap in your feet to the board, and then you have the sail. And then the wind, obviously takes the sail, and you like just zip across the water. They do it up the river a bit from me, up in Hood River. Sailboarding, or is it kiteboarding? Kite surfing.
Kite surfing and windsurfing.
It's probably the same, close to the same thing. Anyway,
I think
that looks super fun.
Not
because
the same, Scar. They are not the same.
Not the same.
Really?
They are not the same.
Yeah, kiteboarding is with a kite,
and
then windsurfing is I think the one that you're talking about with like a sail on the board. Is the sail mounted to the board?
That feels like roughly the same thing, Scar.
Yeah, thank you, Jem. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
But they do that up the
I apologize
river.
to anyone in the chat who does those things. I tried.
But it looks so fun because there's the guys who have like the big board that they stand on, and then the sail is more like attached to the board, and then there's the one where it's more like a wakeboard where your feet are strapped to the board, and then there's like a long string up to like a sail.
Okay, so you've actually gone for both. Yeah, okay. So that is actually both. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
They
the
do
first
those
one
up
was
the river. It
windsurfing,
looks
and then...
so fun. Like sometimes those guys when they like hit the wave and they just like fly up into the air. It's like, whoa,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that looks.
They get
Did you
huge
ever
there,
try that,
too.
Mumbo?
No, I've never tried that, but I do have to ask, God, do you still have that Laird Hamilton surfboard?
Yep, it's
Or
right
is
there.
that- Nice.
It's right
Yes.
there. It's right there.
That's signed by Laird.
No, but I guess I'll just
Is
haul
that
it to
Laird
wherever he
Hamilton?
is and try to get it signed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
That's
such a
so
pretty
crazy.
surfboard that it can never go in the water at this point. Like it's too much of like a decoration.
I have a surfboard like that. It's kind of annoying, right? It's like it's now existed in the same spot for so long that it's like like if I actually take this down to go surfing, it feels weird. Like,
But yeah,
this is now
I
my-
had all the stuff. I had the chalk. I had everything. I had like planned where I was going to
Wait,
start learning.
Hold on. You surf?
me
Mumbo does everything. Just assume yes.
You surf?
not really badly.
Are there things that you don't do outdoors?
I haven't like snowboarded or skied yet, but that's like the plan for this year.
There you
Okay,
go.
I was
There
just
you go.
That'd be
checking.
pretty cool.
Chad, you've
Um,
seen the surfboard in my room.
That's
Should I do another
incredible.
room tour? I haven't done it since pre-Hermitcraft, so I guess.
Yeah, do one. I love people's room tours. I've been meaning to do one as well because my office is like probably like 2.4 meters, which let's say is probably about 8 feet, by 1.5 meters, which let's say is about maybe 5 feet. And yeah, I have like 2 bikes, a piano, a guitar, and then like tons of camera equipment and everything in here. And I've been meaning to do one because I'm quite impressed by how much I managed to fit in such a small space.
Gotta get that Osmo, and I'll do the tour over here. Mine's a little bit embarrassing. It's not cool. Like, I mean, I do have a leaf from the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse at Disneyland. That's kind of cool. Oh,
I think that's cool.
yeah.
think
Thank
that's
you,
cool.
thank you.
I think that's cool.
But yeah, it's been a long time. But the surfboard, yeah, man, I was gonna learn. I had all this stuff, but then at this point, it's like, I can't really stand, so it's not going to work out, and I don't want to put wax on it, so it's just going to live there all nice up there. But my brother did take it out once when he was like watching Jelly. This was years and years and years ago. He took it outside and played with it and got some of the edges scratched, which I was not happy about.
That's not good.
Because it's
You
you,
have to
know
be so yeah.
yeah. I'll take a
have to be
picture,
so
chat. I'll post
careful.
I'll post it on Twitter today of the board.
Oh, I'm actually psyched to see that. Yeah, no, surfing is a fun one, but it's a strange sport. It's also like a super scary one to get into because it's like I'm sure like there's some people probably in the chat who do surf who maybe will disagree, but the surfing community is like the most hostile community in the world. like so hostile about
Oh my god.
like yeah, it's very locals only. It's kind of hard to break into a beach and like surf there consistently. So yeah, I don't surf too often anymore, but I used to. Back in probably I want to say probably like nearly 10 years ago. I think every weekend when the surf was good, I would drive down with my okay, I'm going to mention a car here just because this is really funny, but it's because I was like 18 at the time and I had just earned like a decent amount of money on YouTube, and as like an 18-year-old, I did the one thing which one does, which is I bought like a really stupid car. So I had like this like 6-liter this like Mercedes C63 AMG with like a 6.2-liter V8 engine, and then I used to like strap my surfboards to the roof of it and then drive down to Cornwall, which is like 5 hours. It's like 250 miles, and it would cost like probably like £110 in fuel each way, and then be really bad at
I'm
surfing
so
for the weekend.
uncool compared to this man.
I don't know any of the words that he just said. They're just words, but I can picture him looking really cool.
Guys, she had
No,
a
no, it was
surfboard
not
on a
cool.
Mercedes. Come on.
I bet
was
there
not
was
cool. It
a
was
surfboard
not
on
cool.
a car that looked somewhat interesting and not
It was
like
not.
like
No,
I'm picturing
now that
whatever
I
the
look back,
opposite of
I'm
a Honda
super
Civic is.
Honda Civic. Volvo
I
station
love
wagon.
Honda Civic. I have a Honda E these days. I could not be further from who I was when I was 18 years old. Right, I drive a Honda E and a van. I do have a Toyota Supra, which is pretty cool. That's an old Japanese.
Yeah,
No,
I-
no,
JDM.
no,
my
no.
brother
Mumbo, you've
loves
not
those.
lost that energy. You've not lost
Okay.
it. It's still with you.
Okay.
It's a little more responsible now, but it's still there.
Okay. I'm financially reckless in other ways. I have silly cameras. I don't have silly cars so much anymore.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. It'll take a few weeks, but I think I am gonna do a room tour over here because this room will be gone in a year anyway. So it'll be fun to do a little room tour of it.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah, you have
It's
to.
a great time to do it when you're moving too, because then you can't dox yourself.
Nailed it.
True. That's true. That's true. That is actually so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, Scar. Like, I really would at some point like to do a room tour.
But I bet you have a really cool setup. I bet you got all sorts of cool stuff. I'm just looking at my stuff and it's a bunch of Disney memorabilia.
Mine is not cool. I have nothing cool in my office. If I actually look around, I do have like a mini DV with like a mini DV camera, which is like an old camcorder with a fisheye lens. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's not that cool. I've got like my million subscriber play button. I have a piano. I do quite like having a piano on my desk, even though I so rarely play it.
Did you take anything from the Minecraft movie, Mumbo?
Well,
Can you say if you did do such a thing hypothetically?
there's a funny story about that, and Jem might know this. So we were at the Minecraft movie dinner thing, or pre-premiere lunch thing.
Oh no.
Right?
Yeah, the breakfast.
And there was like Minecraft apples everywhere, like on the trees, and like in baskets. And then Grian goes, "Oh, I'm gonna steal an apple."
You're framing Grian here?
No, because here's the thing, right? Okay, so Grian goes like, "I'm gonna steal an apple. I have to steal an apple," and then he picks up an apple, and then he just looks at Vicky, my girlfriend, and goes, "Oh, I don't have a bag. Can you take this for me?" And just so then gave it to Vicky, and then my girlfriend had to steal the apple. So my girlfriend had to smuggle out the apple in her bag, and then Grian has the gall after this has happened, after my girlfriend has stolen an apple on his behalf, to then want the apple back. And no, sorry, Grian, that's not happening. That apple, we've now taken the risk.
You took the risk. You paid the toll of thievery.
Yeah, we smuggled the apple out.
Let's go.
I wouldn't have stolen the apple, but Graham put it into my head, and by this point, it was in motion. So
Is that the way it went, Jem? Is that the way you remember?
That's so funny.
That is roughly what happened, yeah. But in Grant's defense,
Go on.
all of these things were going to go to waste, and it was fine to take them.
No, it was totally fine. I think it was totally fine. But, can I? I don't know. Have you? Okay. Oh, how do I say this?
Easy,
We're
careful.
on a live stream right now. Have any of you received an email recently about a thing? And do you know if I'm allowed to say about it? About anything to do with like Minecraft apples or anything?
Minecraft apples, no.
Was it that?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe they know that I stole the apple.
The most sus way to bring that up possible.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about these days. Anyway,
I want to know if my sword is still around because I was invited to it. I couldn't go because I'm bum health. But I want my sword. I got invited and I didn't get.
Wait,
my
you
sword.
got a sword?
No, they all got a sword.
Wait, you didn't get a sword?
What? You guys got a sword?
I have a sword. Grant has a
That's
sword.
why I threw the sword because I was wondering if you were talking about the sword.
They knew about the apple. That's why there's no sword.
Wait, so I'm over here being like, "Oh, guys, I got an apple," thinking I'm all cool. You guys have swords? Are you actually joking?
It's a replica sword from the movie, yeah.
What, like the resin sword?
They sent us replicas, yeah. It's heavy too.
This is ridiculous. I'm in the
It's
movie.
huge.
I
It weighs
did the
a
redstone
ton.
for the movie.
It,
They
like
couldn't give me
genuinely, this
a
sword could
sword?
kill
I had
somebody.
to steal an apple. I had to steal an apple. I'm in
Grant
the thing.
basically stole it for you.
I've got 2 credits. They could give me a sword. I've got Jared Hess's number. I'm gonna call him.
Scar,
my
you
sword?
should reach out to the Minecraft man though. I bet you could get a sword.
Yes, Carl, reach out with me. We'll both
Yeah,
go
I'm like,
together.
who got my sword in the end? I had to turn down my ticket. You know.
That's ridiculous. I'm actually cheesed off. That is insane.
Hey, well, at least you got to go.
get a
Jeez
sword.
Louise.
You were in
true.
the movie.
I know. Joel's got one of Jason Momoa's jackets. How's that come about? How has that come about?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What's happened there?
Wait, who?
Joel, like, I think Jimmy's also got one of like the tassely pink jackets.
Oh, I got one
Yeah,
of those.
they sent out packages.
Nah,
You were in the mountains. Respond to an email while you're there.
guys, I'm seriously gonna have to take this up with everyone.
Jared Hess is getting a call.
Jared Hess is
getting
getting
a
a call. Jared Hess is getting a call.
Oh man,
can't
yeah.
believe this.
Jeez. Well, at least you got the apple. I mean, at least you got something, you know.
It's a good thing he made you steal that apple. You'd have nothing.
Yeah, I would have had nothing.
Would have had nothing.
I would have had nothing. Well, no. So, well, I'm actually going to say what they sent me then, because I think now I know that you guys have got like loads of stuff. I got an email from Warner Brothers being like, it's like a prop release form, right? I
Oh,
was like,
are they
oh.
giving you it?
And I was like, oh, baby. Like, I was like, I am so excited. Like, and it was like a big contract came through, many pages. And I was like, this is, God, what are they going to give me? Like, am I getting a house? Am I getting like a Minecraft house? Am I getting my own villager? And then I go all the way down to the bottom, and then they're giving me an apple. And I was
You're
like,
getting a second apple.
Wait,
Another
yeah,
one.
but they don't know that I've already got an apple.
They don't know that you stole the first one.
So this is where I'm starting to think.
Give Green back his apple.
So this is where I'm starting to think that they've got CCTV or something, and they saw it all go down, and they think this is all a funny joke.
There's no way that's real.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
That's
how does
actually
this
awesome.
happen to you?
I thought you should be getting a potato. We talked to Minecraft Man about you getting a
I know.
potato at Seattle. That's why
That's
I threw
amazing.
a potato.
That's amazing.
I cannot believe that you're getting an apple.
Wait. Does Grian know this? Does Grian know that you have an apple and
I
then
don't
you're
know.
getting a
I guess
second
he-
one?
I hope he does. I hope not. We
Oh,
said
no.
we'd share it, but there's no way I'm actually gonna give that. There's no way I'm
Now
sharing.
you've got two. You're just being greedy.
He's gonna have a whole bushel of apples before he gets over.
Well, evidently not. They don't care enough. Oh,
That's
I
funny.
don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. This is blowing my mind. I'm heartbroken. I can't believe you guys got jackets. What the heck?
Well,
I
mine's
don't
gonna
have a
get
jacket,
mine's.
but I do have a sword, and that's good enough for me.
The jacket will eventually go to charity. It got mixed up and got put away. Didn't get put on the auction site in Seattle, but it'll be there next year. By the way, I always say this. I got to give him props. Tango, man, looks really good in that pink jacket. He put that on, looked like a rock star. Looked like somebody from Skiz's Tool
Yeah.
Band or something.
I can imagine that. Wait, Skiz was in a Tool band. That's so cool.
I don't know. You know, he loves Tool. Like with
Does
with
he?
with the
I can totally imagine Skiz
Yeah, yeah.
loving Tool.
yeah,
Yeah. I
Big
can
Tool
imagine
fan.
that.
big
Jesus.
Tool fan.
That is so cool. I need to like, because I know that Imp and Skiz both play the drums. In fact, there's loads of drummers on the Hermitcraft server, right? Because Joel plays the drums. Does Cleo play the drums, or am I?
Does Cleo jam out?
I thought someone else. Was it? It wasn't Ren, was it?
No, Ren's the guitar-y. Is
Well,
that a
Ren's
word
the
for a
guitar, yeah.
guitar user?
Ren's-
Guitar-y?
Yeah. What do you play any instruments, Cub?
I don't play any instruments. No.
Okay.
No.
That's finally an area of a thing that he doesn't do. There is one. There's one.
Oh, but I kind of have met. I hang out. I kind of jam with Jimi Hendrix every now and again.
Yeah, I've hung out with Billy Joel all the time. You know.
We bring it back. We bring it back just for my jam sessions.
No, I'm not too much into music. Me and Bama just shoot hoops. You know, every once in a while it comes down. Kind of keeps us limber in these days.
Any of you guys play instruments?
No.
Gem, Mumbo? No?
Well, I could probably play a piano if I was forced to.
Yeah, that's kind of me as well. Like I can do the motions. I can kind of play the
I
guitar.
can sort of read sheet music and could probably fumble my way through something, but it ain't good because I haven't practiced in a while.
Yeah. So this is where like I find like making things fun. Like but then I'm really bad at playing. So then if I play, I just like will put it into GarageBand and then just really like quantize everything and then just like clean it up loads, and then it makes me sound like I can play the instrument well.
I can play a
It is
mean
bad.
kazoo.
Hey, that's a real instrument. That might be a Jack Black quote, you know.
Oh, is it?
It might be. That feels like something that Jack Black would say.
Yeah, I could play something that doesn't require air movement. I could do that. I could learn that.
Whoa, what can I imagine you playing? If I imagine Scar, just the harmonica would be cool, but that's almost too cool. That's like not actually that.
Yeah, I'm not that
That
cool.
wouldn't. Yeah, but I do love the idea of you just streaming, and then you just take a break to just.
Somebody in your chat said the
Harmonica.
triangle, and actually, I think that's fully lore accurate. That's
That
exactly
is
what you
here.
play.
Wait, oh man, I don't want to ruin it, but hold on a sec. I'm going mobile.
You have a triangle? No way.
There's no way.
A triangle is the
sitting
Scar
there?
instrument. Like that's just.
There's
That
no
does
way.
make sense.
Oh, he's.
There's no way he
rolling
just
off.
has one laying around though, right?
He definitely. It's Scar.
I gotta be so careful with this thing.
Has he got a gong? Are
So-
you like Green? Have you got a gong?
So, let's see. I think I put it in the plastic, but that's the record for the Hermitcraft record, and I am
Wow.
right there playing the triangle.
There
Oh, wow,
we go.
yeah, okay.
Let me go full screen.
Cannon.
If you can see it, there, that's better. So it's not shining right there. And so
That's
let's see.
pretty cool.
Gem is. Oh, you're playing a violin, Mumbo.
Oh, that's very cool. I couldn't, but I bet that's cool.
Violin's a cool instrument, right? It looks.
I used to play the violin when I was a kid.
I used to want to play one and think that I was like Lindsey Sterling or something. But
You're
you know.
jamming Mumbo to a
It does look
guitar.
cool.
No, I got a
Yeah, there
little
you go.
southern there.
Guitar.
I don't know where that came from. And Cub, Cub, I bet you need some help on this instrument. It's kind of like a pretzel, kind of like a pretzel trombone. Chat.
It's like a flute, maybe.
Hey, somebody says a French horn.
French horn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
The French
okay.
horn is like the
I could rock
circular
a
one,
French
right?
horn.
The circular
Yeah.
one, you know.
You know, Mumbo, there's a secret song on this record.
I actually haven't heard. Seen that.
So side A has. I'm looking for it. Ah, here it is. On side A, there is CEO.
Okay.
Do you remember CEO from season 8? It never
I'm
actually
trying
got
to-
played, I don't think.
I'm trying to think of what that sounded like.
It's based on that Jeff Bezos song.
I
Look at him
swear
go.
we played that. We must have
CEO
played that.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
No, we must have
Mumbo.
played that.
I don't
Mumbo
think we ever did.
Jumbo.
Yeah, 100% we played that. I played that.
Did you?
Chat.
Chat?
Yep, that's the one.
Mumbo,
That's the one.
Mumbo Jump. Yeah.
Yeah. CEO, look at him go. Dude, you
Wait,
were a great
oh.
CEO. I was always in full support of your CEO-ship.
Now I'm looking at it though. There's no videos of Mumbo's CEO.
No, there isn't. There's only two abilities for people to have listened
Oh
to that
my
song.
goodness.
This physical record in my hand, or the person who bought the other one in support of the charity through the purchase of that record.
Okay, that's a seriously wow. That's insane. Yeah, because I don't have that anywhere. I mean, so Jono made that one, right? Like
Yeah.
that was a Jono one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe it never got played.
Why did it never get played?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because maybe you kind of neglected your CEO duties and you didn't play the actual song of being a CEO.
No, that definitely feels like something that I would play. I definitely went through the motions of being a CEO. If
I mean,
not-
somebody
why-
paid Jono for it.
Yeah, that was Grian. Normally get Grian to do that sort of thing. What I love about whenever there's storylines, like I'm so incapable of doing any form of roleplay stuff. I always just end up being me with a title. Like it will just be like, yeah, he's an inept CEO, and it's like, yep, I can do that. I can do that. Like if it required any form of like anything else, it's too much. So then
As
I
long
just
as
have
the
to
requirement is to be useless.
it's
then
just to be
fine.
useless and kind of like be slightly out of the loop with what's going on. Then my role is
It's just
fulfilled
real.
perfectly. It's like when in season 6, this is a deep cut, where during like the Civil War, and I was like the mole.
That's
and it's
not
like-
a deep cut. Everyone knows that.
Even you, Jem, did you actually used to watch Hermitcraft? back then?
I didn't watch season 7, but I watched season 5 and 6 from your POV. I'll have you
No
know.
way. That's actually really
And
cool.
False's POV as well, but you know.
Were
I'll show
you?
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, you were You were a
See,
mole
Scar
in
doesn't
the
even know.
Civil War?
See, Gem, you say everyone knows.
Scar doesn't. Okay, Scar was playing on the server. In his defense, I don't watch. Not that I play on the server, but I wasn't on back then, so I did
but
watch.
no. But Gem,
No,
what you're
this-
missing out on is Scar was a team leader. Definitely should have known what was going on.
No, this is real. I think Scar has just figured this out because he was gone for most of the Civil War. This is a genuine revelation right here, I believe.
Wait,
You didn't know that he was
realize
double
the
teaming
mole?
you?
I think this might be real. I think
Hello?
I tried to get him up to speed when he came back.
Scar's
He was
like,
gone. He was gone
Scar's
for a
gonna
few
stop
months.
being my friend.
All right, so I went to Disneyland. I got really sick and was in the hospital for 8 days. And
Okay.
then I missed like a month, and then I come back and the server is in tatters, just in tatters. And Cub's like, dude, we're arms salesmen. Get over here. And we start selling
Yep.
bombs and stuff. And that's cool. I'm good with selling some bombs. Mumbo, I had no idea you were playing both sides, but this all makes sense. Do you know how many times I've listened to the Hermit Gang song making the different like
You didn't pick up on it then?
No, you
I
didn't
wondered,
pick up
I was
on
like,
us the
okay, why
mole.
does Mumbo, I think Mumbo's just being silly. He's like, oh, which team am I on? Like, that's what I thought. And I was always laughing like, oh, silly Mumbo doesn't know which team he's on at the end of that
To
song.
be fair, in his videos, it did come across like that sometimes. Like he didn't know where he was meant to be. So
Oh,
me?
man.
yeah,
You guys talking about me? Yeah, no, I didn't. Like,
Yeah,
that
they
was
didn't tell
me.
him. They didn't.
I also didn't know what was going on.
No,
I
I-
can't believe Scar didn't know that I was the mole.
I came back with that little knowledge. Like I was pretty, I was pretty out of it. So I missed a
Wow.
huge chunk of that. And then just basically came back at the end, Cub and I, we commentated the war. And then
We
Oh, yeah, I do
came back
remember
and I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
Scar, get in here. We're going to be commentating on the end.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then they
you guys
turned the
flew off
guns
into
on
the
us, right? And then we retired
Yeah.
to the golfing community.
That's true. Yeah, we did.
We also took all of our stock out of our shops. Remember that? We took everything out. We piled it on the tennis courts.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everything from all the shops. So all of our shops were empty.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a
Oh my
solid move.
goodness. That has actually sent me.
Wow.
That
I mean,
was-
I have listened
that
to
was
Hermit
really
Gang in
good.
the last year so many times for the panel at TwitchCon and the charity event, setting up like the audio loop. And I just thought you didn't know what team you were on. So
Oh
what
my
what kind of molding did you do? Like,
Oh, basically nothing, mate.
Oh.
Basically nothing. I was just confused the whole time. I found out zero information because I barely found out what was going on. Like,
If I remember the videos correctly, he mostly worked on his storage system, and then he'd come over every now and then
Yeah,
and just be like,
yeah,
"What am I doing?"
yeah.
And then he'd
I'd be
go
like,
back again.
Literally, this would be me being the mole. Being like, hey, so what is actually happening? Like, genuinely. And then one side would tell me, and I'd be like, okay, cool.
that's funny.
All right, so what is actually happening? Because I'm a bit confused myself. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Anyway, back to my storage system. This is an auto sorter.
This is an auto sorter.
It's
Wow.
an auto sorter. The whole server's complaining about it. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that is so funny. Yeah, I mean, I am. I think if you had like I guess like a graph of like how people can fit into storylines and stuff. Like I am by far, like I am so far on the out. Like I could not be further from. God, what is this sentence going to be? What is this sentence going to become?
You got it. You got it. You get there.
If there was a graph where you had like ability to be in a storyline and then, gosh. Basically, I struggle.
Yeah.
Hey, your ability just to show up to the life series you've been in is a miracle. So we
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm so bad at like, I'm so bad at communicating and organizing things, and like, I'm a person that just turns up. I just turn up,
It's a great way to be. It's a great way to
bring the
be.
vibes, and just chat about things.
Everything
Generally
else is
confused
just
for a while.
stress. So you keep doing what you do, Mumbo.
Yeah. I mean, I famously forgot what series of the Life series I'd actually been in, and I'm still not entirely sure. And I'm still not entirely sure that Second Life isn't a thing.
So funny.
Was second life a thing?
It was. It was the best season, wasn't it? See, Scar doesn't know either,
Third.
so this is the thing.
Last double.
You two should just have a conversation about Second Life right now. How was it? What happened?
Wait. Was this a real thing? Because I'm also in the dark about this.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry, Cup.
No,
I'm
Cub, yeah,
also in the
second
dark.
for sure a thing. Yeah, in their
Okay.
minds.
Let's make it happen.
Was
And I
there
won
was
it.
there another?
Can you believe it?
Was there a
I
second?
won
one?
it. I
You
the one I
won? Wait,
won, Scott.
no.
Yeah.
Now,
I won it.
you've lost him. You've lost him just now. Oh, with that sentence, that's what threw him.
I know the fan art. I know this based on fan art. You're not a
Mumbo,
celestial
that's what
being.
ruined it for him right there. You can't have won. That's not.
You got me with that. I know that you're not a celestial being. There's no star constellation for you or sign.
Okay, fine.
Dude, next life series, as a winner, and so I've won, and I've been in a group that Grian won when we were the desert trio, and you cottage
That was a
court with
trio?
me. Was it a trio? No. What's the two? No, trio's 3, right? No, double.
A duo.
A duo,
Right.
duo. Sorry.
A duet.
Yeah, we cottage we cabin core it up, Mumbo. Cabin core it up.
Nice.
I'll get you to the victory. I'll get you a victory.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
get
just
you a victory.
Universally pants. I'm still on the old.
I want
the old-
somebody to cabin core with me.
Hey, I got
Oh.
Joel to victory last time. That went great.
Yeah, but
It's
you built
true.
the ugliest car on the planet. That's a loss.
I couldn't control his building. Okay, I
That was
controlled
so
his.
bad.
Yeah, I controlled his temper. That was all I
Man,
could.
How-
Mumbo,
how-
you roasted that car like I've never seen somebody roast a person's Minecraft build.
I don't know why it offended me so much. I was just like, every time I turned around, it would just be there. Ah,
It
Dude.
was. We built right in the center, like the center
was-
of the server, and then we built the ugliest base.
it was pretty strong. It was a strong look.
Just in the middle of everything.
Core mentioned less than 3.
I love there's a clip of you saying that's from like a bad creative server that was so cutting and funny at the same time.
It does. It just has that vibe. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I'm like, I've built my fair share of ugly things and made my fair share of ugly suggestions in the live series. All right. But
Your tower, Mumbo. Your tower.
Everyone stands alone.
Your secret life tower. Dear God, that
Yeah.
might be at the top.
Which one was that?
well,
I thought you made an
it's
upside down
hard
house.
to use. No, I made an upside down house, but then there was a tower. The choice of block palette.
He did.
Cherry
use
Blossom was new, and I was
white
excited.
terracotta,
I was
it
quite
was
excited to
pink,
use Cherry Blossom.
cylindrical pink tower. It was like a rounded top. It was quite awful.
It was. The thing is,
I don't
me and
remember it.
Pearl, Good. You know what?
Okay, maybe I better not to remember.
Yeah. Like, honestly, genuinely, it's so bad that if you Googled it, you'd probably have to have safe search off to be able to see it. That is how.
Wow.
Oh. Oh dear. Was this really a thing, Jem?
I'm googling it.
No.
I'm Googling
Yeah,
to
it
see
was.
what comes up
I
right
actually
now.
I came over, and so did Joel at the same time, and we we just started screaming.
Yeah,
'cause
that
it
was
my
was
God.
like, this is a PG server, Mumbo. It's a PG server.
Yeah, but.
Wait. I've Googled Mumbo Jumbo Pink Tower Life Series,
Has it come up?
and AI has come up with the
Oh,
Mumbo
God.
Jumbo Pink Tower is a common phrase used in Minecraft, referring
Oh,
to
yeah.
a specific type of tower built by Minecraft player Mumbo Jumbo.
Oh, yeah.
See if there's an image.
Man,
See what
that's a
comes up.
long story,
If you
AI.
search Mumbo Jumbo Secret Life Tower, his thumbnail does come up, and it does say worst build ever on it. So, and he's gotten an angle where he's just slightly covered it with the logo to help.
Yeah. I mean, look, it was definitely. Look, I've come a long way, all right? I've come,
I didn't
come
know
a
that was
long
a
way.
thing. I didn't know it was a
My
common
bad, my
phrase.
bad.
It was a great build. It was just the
I-
color.
Yeah, the color was a problem. The thing is, me and Pearl were built. Pearl's also responsible for this.
I
Pearl
haven't
was
forgotten.
Pearl was equally responsible. What was hilarious about the tower was that me and Pearl made a point of the fact that we were going to build it without looking at it, which in hindsight, that's like 99% of building is looking at the thing that you're building. So we were both building. We were just building upwards, and we were in a flow state. We were feeling it. We were like, this is
A flow state and not
Yeah.
looking gets you there. Then
yeah.
Wow.
We were locked in, and we were like, this might just be like on the list of famous towers. This might top the list.
No, yeah,
because
it's famous for
yeah.
sure.
and we were like, this is going to be the one. We're using the new blocks.
We're using the new blocks.
And we're like, this is 10 out of 10. Everyone on the server, it's going to be the envy of everyone on the server. And then I just heard a squeal from down at the bottom, which either came from you or Joel. They were both similarly
both of
pitched.
us, yeah.
They were both similarly pitched.
Joel can reach my pitch quite easily, actually.
Man.
And
I wonder if I ever
What can I say?
encountered this or not. I can't remember.
You had to have. It was right by the secret
Chat?
keeper.
I still can't find it. I still can't.
Chat
Oh,
says I
sorry,
did.
you did. Yeah, you came over in my video. You came over. You looked at it through the doorway,
yeah,
and
you
you said
said-
it's thick, and then
yeah,
you
that
walked
you
away.
specifically said those words, Scott.
You said it's thick, and then you left.
Oh my god. Oh dear. I remember that. Man, I must have been just passing through. Just wow.
Look. Yep. So you admired it.
Apparently I did admire it, and it's thick. Well, okay, never mind. Scratch that.
Stop.
Scratch that from the
It's
record.
enough.
Scratch that
You're
from the
lying,
record.
Yep. So you did it. You loved it.
Apparently I did. Jeez.
Look, looking back in hindsight, 9 out of 10 build. My only regret is it wasn't bigger.
I didn't know when we were doing that you had a task that you had to one-up me.
That was it. That's why I was building it.
I had no idea.
I knew it
I
had to
was
be
just like,
motivated.
it's really weird that Mumbo has this weird motivation to build this tower right now. This is strange.
So then there we go. So then genuinely my only regret is it wasn't bigger because I would have won.
It didn't win, yeah. And then you killed yourself jumping off my base.
I did. These all sound like things that I would have done. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Secret Life was good.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that one where I
strange
had to
time to
punch
realize.
Skiz in the face. I had to do the opposite, and he asked for a heart, and I had to like punch him to take a heart.
Oh yeah.
And then,
No,
I burned. Man, I was mean to Skiz, and then I had to burn down his base.
You were the villain.
Wasn't
You're
it
the villain
was
in your victory.
That was a
What's
big
secret-
villain. That was a big. Yeah. Well, I feel like I was forced into the villainry by the Shadow and the Whisperer peoples. Give me all those tasks to make everybody hate me. They had a fun time with me.
It's true. You burned my book that one time, too.
Yeah, I had to do all these things. I was in tatters. It was the most exhausting life series ever. God, I was like sweating
Was that-
after it.
Was that the series where I got a task that was like,
Oh no.
make sure Scar doesn't, or like Scar can't lose more than 3 hearts in this session, and then I'm walking up, and as I approach, your voice comes into my audio range, and I hear, "Oh, I can't keep a heart for the life of me."
I don't sound like Mickey Mouse. Why is everyone...
Like, yeah, literally.
This
Get
is
rid
like
of the
the
British
third person
accent
in the
at
last
all. You just
week
pitched
that
up
instead of Mickey
Mouse
Mouse.
and kept it British.
Oh no!
There's a great animation of that someone did a while back where, yeah, I took the damage and I'm apparently like, oh boy, everybody, oh, I can't seem to keep a heart on me. And you
Yeah.
are walking up with that task. Like, this is why you
Yeah.
can never script it. You can never script something so fun as that
me
moment.
and Graham were talking about that literally earlier on. We were talking about how like it's just impossible. There's too many people. It wouldn't work. It doesn't even make sense that you would do it. And like there's things like that that is so outrageous. Like I cried laughing when I came. I literally got the task, saw you was running up, and for me to hear that as my first thing was like the funniest thing ever. And then also like even the way I left that series, like I placed a fence post as a joke to stop Martin as a trap. Like I was like, oh, this is my fence post trap. It stops red names or something. And then he like obviously walked straight past it, and we thought nothing of it. And then when I was being chased by a warden, I got stuck on my own fence post. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So like I literally placed a fence post to stop Martin, and we all laughed at how terrible that trap was and how that wouldn't kill anyone or slow anyone down.
Yeah.
And then a warden starts chasing me maybe an hour and a half later, and I turn around to run away and run like immediately run into a fence post and get stuck there, and then the warden instantly kills me. And it's like, how does that even happen? Like, how have I put myself in that situation?
That's funny. Have you ever got a kill in the series, Mumbo?
Mate, have I ever got a kill?
Yeah.
Did you not see me when I was a zombie with Skiz?
Oh, well, does that count,
I destroyed
Jen?
the whole...
That doesn't count.
Yeah, does that
Did,
count? I don't
did you
know if that
also see
counts.
him when he put a lava bucket on me and he just said, please? Really pathetically? He just put the lava down at my feet and he just said, please.
I make people feel so
started
sorry for
begging.
them. I make people feel so sorry for me that they just kill themselves. That's my
I actually
technique.
considered it in that moment for the first time. I was like, you know what? If I didn't have fire resist, I'd probably just
thank
let
you.
this happen.
I've got loads of kills.
Oh, you killed B-Dub, someone says. You killed B-Dubs.
I'm like a straight up killer.
Dude, I think I've killed Etho like 9 times. I don't know how that happens. I don't know why that particular poor person has met my wrath. Poor Etho.
I feel like Etho's unkillable.
No, I've
I
had my
would
way
really
with
struggle
him,
to kill Etho.
apparently.
Have you now?
According to some spreadsheet I found online.
I don't think I could kill Etho. I'd really.
That's
struggle.
why we got to team up. I want somebody to team up to do cabin core.
Cottage
Oh
core.
my
He almost
goodness.
called it
Wait.
cottage core. He almost did.
Can
I
you
did
imagine
almost say that.
to bring it back to the Call of Duty thing? Can you imagine playing Etho on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Oh, wait, play Etho. Do you think Etho would play Call of Duty?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
love
always
the
found with
idea of him in
Etho,
Rust.
it's always the opposite of what you think.
Yeah, he's probably like he'd go on there and he'd be like prestige 10.
Yeah, like you'd think, oh, he's, calm, collected, and he gets on there, he's just raging out, YYing left and right.
Yeah. Or like he logs in and he's actually got like the gamer tag like phase Etho. or something.
Face Etho. Optic Etho.
Optic Etho, yeah. Yeah. No,
No,
day,
see, that's
one
the thing.
day.
Etho doesn't rage, but it's always the opposite. I feel like every preconception you have of Etho is always wrong. So you always have to do the opposite of what you think with Etho.
He is a confusing individual.
Cub, you have to look at the Hermitcraft Reddit.
What's going on there?
What's happened on the Hermitcraft?
What happened?
You just must go look at it, okay?
What-
Oh, is it to do with you meeting Obama?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. They're so
Computer.
fast.
My computer's doing that thing where if I open up a new query, it doesn't work.
Sorry, it's so good.
Is it the one with the metal?
It's so good.
The cub with the metal? Hopefully.
let's
I really
see,
hope it
let's
is.
Yeah.
That is good.
They kind of match the lighting quite well. Like
That's not
weirdly.
bad.
it's not
It is
bad.
the one with the metal scar. The one with the
Yeah,
metal.
that's what I asked for. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Dude, that's so out of left field. Oh, I'm so happy you brought that up. That's so funny.
This is fun.
That is honestly one of the funniest moments of my life, I think.
I have the weirdest computer glitch where I could be streaming right now and on Hermitcraft talking to you guys, but if I open up any webpage, it'll say, you do not have internet. And I have to reset my computer to make it all work again. It's so freaking frustrating.
Seems like you need to join the Apple Mac side, mate.
I think I better get rid of this 40-something pound computer that takes like 700 watts of power or whatever it is.
Yep. I genuinely think I've saved money on electricity despite the fact that I now have an e-vehicle. Like, I think it takes less power to charge my e-vehicle than it used to take to power my PC.
I can't chat.
That's impressive. You said 60 watts, Mumbo, for the.
Yeah, I
Mac?
think it's 60 watts. 60.
That's
I
crazy.
think 60 to 80, depending on
They
what
got
I'm
like
doing.
they got like hamsters inside that thing or something.
It does
Extra
seem
power.
confusing, right? It
That's
does
wild.
seem confusing. It honestly feels like it shouldn't be right. Maybe it's not right, but I think I'm 99. Like I've had a watt meter and I've powered it off the battery in the van, and it is it's fine. It's so weird. I'm so glad that picture got made. I might actually have to shoot off. I've just realised it is midnight. Well, what on earth? I only
Oh my
asked...
god, I've been streaming for 4.5, almost 5 hours.
I literally asked Scar if he had 5 minutes to just come and like chat through the scale of boulders with me.
Actually, I got to finish this episode that I don't want to spoil.
This man's got a charge creeper to move as well.
Oh my
I
god!
forgot
Oh,
about
that's
that.
not
Don't
going
That
think
is
we
anywhere.
forgot.
done.
That's not
Yeah.
getting done.
Yep.
All right, Scar. Enjoy your Pedro Pascal build.
Yeah, they're
It's
gonna
coming
love
together
my
beautifully.
Pedro Pascal build.
He's
They're
done a
gonna
great
love it.
job with the butt cheek sculpting.
Yeah, the cheeks
Yeah.
are great. And it's
10 out of 10.
you know what? I'm leaving.
Cut it off there. All right. Goodbye, Scar.
See you later.
See you, Scar.
Bye, bye. Looks like we're gonna go the same way, Cub. Oh man.
Tell me where your friends are.
But what did I say? Did I do something wrong? What happened? What in the world? Oh, was that not really? Oh my god. I don't know. That Mumbo was like, I didn't know what was happening there. That was crazy. That must have been a horror. That freaked me out. Jeez Louise. That was crazy, wasn't it? Like, what even was that? That was insane. That freaked me out. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that must have been a horn. That's wild. That's wild. Oh my god. That's so funny. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today. That was a really long stream, but it was super fun. So, guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for the bits, the tips, and the subscriptions. They're very, very much appreciated. Thank you, mods, for taking that old chat. It's me, cowboying. And I got a big video for you tomorrow, so please get excited for tomorrow. We're doing an entire exhibit in one episode. I put a ton of work into it, and I'm really, really happy with it. And I hope you guys, I hope you guys are looking forward to it, because I am. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.